Hello and welcome. I am the last hit point hero, and you have found your way to Neon Lights Roleplay. We are so very glad you're here and hope you enjoy your stay. Tonight, we return to our playthrough of the Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition adventure module Icewind Dale, Rime of the Frostmaiden. My vault is sealed and guarded. Your interference will lead to your death. First and foremost, no attempt to make the story child-appropriate has occurred. This is a tale of cold isolation, alien incursion, and self-centered divinities. The players, this actual play stream contains adult language, descriptions of violence and light gore, scary images, and generally speaking, a great deal of cold. Our players are here to warm the night. Safety tools are in place for our players, but if you, as a viewer, do not have such a luxury, so if you have any sensitivities, feel free to step away. No problem. We'll be here when you return, barring that ready to action kickback. Sit back, kick. I can't talk tonight.
Doing great.
So well.
Relax.
Really, really well.
Kick back. Words and talking. I've said this, 90 times. Ahem. Keep all heads, hands, paws, and claws inside the stream at all times. Click the Discord link that will spontaneously appear. Slap the follow button. Join Neon Lights Roleplay. It's a fantastic Discord. A lot of wonderful, cool eggs. Check us out. And there is one rule only. Be good. And honestly, if I have to explain to you what being good is, you shouldn't be on your own on the internet anyway. As for our players, we are going to take a moment for them to introduce themselves, say hello, and they must tonight pass a test before proceeding. So each of them will be quizzed, and if they get it right, they will get an extra point. You know what?
What does that do?
I never give away inspiration because I forget about that mechanic in 5e. So if you get your question correct, you will get an inspiration.
Oh no.
I was like, that's not going to work for me, but you know.
So there will be a quiz. Everyone prepare yourselves for that. And the question of the night, what trait is it that your character likes in allies or friends? So that is something to consider, to think about, and all of those sorts of things. So I suppose that's it. So this test, and I will give you the rules of the test as we go around. There is going to be given to you an actual advertising slogan that was used somewhere around 60 years ago, primarily in the United States. And you must identify the product.
Oh boy.
So I will give you 4 choices to choose from. So you have a 25% chance to get it right, even if you have nothing. And then, thanks to the wonderful skills of Heck, we also have video evidence of the use of these slogans in the original commercials.
Oh boy.
So that is our test, and we will begin with Heck. So Heck, you are first up. Are you ready for your quiz?
Ready as I'm ever going to be.
Well, fantastic. So the quiz, the slogan, that you must identify the brand who used this slogan in advertising. The slogan is, are you ready? You're soaking in it. Again, the slogan is, you're soaking in it. Your options are Diarissimo by Dior, Jim Beam Bourbon, Palmolive Dish Soap, or Pink Lux Beauty Soap.
Ooh. For some reason I thought somewhere in those choices would be like one of those things that like you soak dentures in, like one of those foods, but that's not it.
No.
You're soaking in it.
You're
That's
soaking in it.
Disgusting.
Okay, can you
Legitimate advertising slogan
You're soaking in it.
to help you buy something in America in the 60s.
Okay, what were the last 2
Oh,
choices
they didn't
again?
know things like that in the 60s.
Diarissimo by Dior, Jim Beam Bourbon, Palmolive Dish Soap, or Pink Lux Beauty Soap.
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna go with the Jim Beam. Why not?
You're gonna Jim Beam bourbon.
Yeah.
You're soaking. Okay. I'm going to play the commercial, and we shall see if you are correct.
I'm not gonna be correct, chat.
Why did you
Nope.
manicures? All the usual reasons: romance, adventure, money, thirst for power. And when I see your hands, I wish I were a nurse. Dishwashing, man. Try Palmolive dishwashing liquid. Softens your hands while you do the dishes.
Oh.
Pretty green. You're soaking in it. Dishwashing.
And there it
liquid,
was.
Palmolive.
You're soaking in it.
That's why. Why was it dish soap?
It was dish soap, Palmolive dish
Damn
soap.
it.
So I'm
Rigged.
sorry.
Rigged.
I'm sorry. I apologize.
Damn it.
So
Amazing.
there is yours. Everyone, close your eyes real quick. All right. Go ahead and introduce yourself, your character, those sorts of things.
Okay. Yeah, hey everybody. It's me, Sir Heckelot. You know. As per usual, tonight I'm playing Astoria, the ASMR Lord Bard. At least like a trait that she really likes, and people that she's adventured with so far, like people that like find the comedy and like the positivity and everything instead of just being all serious all the time. And I think like really like anyone in this group at one point or another has had their comedic moments. Like even the guests that she's been able to interact with so far. Like there's definitely been moments where things are really down and really sad, but then the people that lift those other people up, like she really likes that. She really likes that a whole lot. Especially like she grew up in a lyceum and everyone's very serious all the time, so it's different. So she likes that kind of thing. And also, just as a reminder, because it is the last day of March, happy Transvisibility Day, by the way. It's your resident org member.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's your resident org member on screen, reminding you that we're still raising money for Women's History Month because it's not quite over yet. This week we have been raising money for Planned Parenthood. I feel like it's a pretty ubiquitous organization. A lot of people know about it. Maybe not so much the different services that they, services and education that they provide. But they do a lot of support for women's health, people with uteruses help, trans health as well. There's all kinds of stuff that they provide, and it's very crucial that they do, especially in today's climate around the U.S. So yeah, definitely share the link if you can. If you can donate, please do, because they do a lot of really good work. We're also matching up to $100 for each week, so there you go. But that's enough from me. So let's keep on moving on.
Perfect. Next, for our next introduction, we have Al. Al, are you ready for your quiz?
I was born ready.
Were you? All right. The actual slogan used to advertise a product in the 60s is "Take it off, take it all off." That is the
Okay.
slogan.
Shit.
Your choices are Noxzema shave cream, Colgate toothpaste, Pledge furniture polish, or is that one of the earliest Victoria's Secret slogans?
What was the first two? One more time.
Noxzema shave cream, Colgate toothpaste.
I think it's the shaving cream.
You think it's shaving cream?
Yeah.
Interesting
think.
direction. Let's roll it and find out.
Nothing takes it off like Noxzema medicated shave.
Don't
Take it
forget the
off.
mustache.
Take it all off.
There we are. Yes, Noxzema shave cream used that as their slogan. Go ahead and introduce your character yourself and the trait you look for in an NPC or in a ally.
Sure. First of all, I want to acknowledge Squiggle's hilarious background dance that they were doing in the
Sorry.
middle of like the
Sorry
shave
about that.
commercial.
Someone should have clipped that.
So good. It's not too late.
So sorry.
But yeah, I'm Al Lucart. I'm a sci-fi fantasy illustrator and a huge game nerd. My pronouns are they, them. And I am playing our Dragonborn bard of all the bards that we've picked up in this game, like lint rollers. His pronouns are he, him. And Mirth's traits that Mirth admires particularly thinking about our party member May, played by Janie. And two traits that Mirth has, or that Janie has that Mirth really likes, are the resourcefulness and cleverness. Because in the game, we've seen May transmogrify opponents, outthink them, like find outside the box solutions. And Mirth has noticed these moments and has been sort of consolidating that and trying to emulate that. And I think something that he certainly wishes he had a little more of is that intuitive, like, battlefield strategy. So he really admires the ability for people to think under pressure. So I think that's his answer.
Fantastic. Wonderful. Continuing down and around, we are over to T. T, are you ready? Oh, by the way, Al, that did get you 1 inspiration point to be used later.
Oh, sweet. Nice. Thanks.
All right, T, are you prepared?
Yes.
Your slogan is cleans like a white tornado. Again,
White tornado?
a white tornado. Cleans like a white tornado. Was this used by Clorox bleach, Hoover vacuum cleaners, Polydent denture cleaner, or Ajax liquid cleaner? We would play the Jeopardy music, but it would be a copyright strike.
That was when we
Ajax. You're gonna go with Ajax?
Ajax?
Well, let's find out.
Oh, probably wrong. It's probably the bleach.
1970.
Hi. Say, could you fix Careful, ma'am. I'm unleashing a white tornado. Ajax liquid.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ajax liquid cleaner
Wow.
for the point. Cleans like a white tornado. Fantastic, T.
Just watch, I'm gonna be the only one to get it wrong.
Take your inspiration and give us your introduction.
All right. Let me mute double HP. Sorry. So I'm T, and I play Braum. His pronouns are he, him, and mine are he, they. He is a human paladin, and I just thought about this and my brain was wiped by Ajax. So the things that he values actually in everyone, and I don't just mean like specific people, is steadfastness, compassion, and justice. And those are things that he finds most important in pretty much everyone around him and everyone that he meets and kind of invests value in, which shouldn't really be surprising to anyone given the kind of person he is.
Perfect. Makes sense. Wonderful. Continuing down and around, we come to Janie. Janie, are you ready for your quiz?
The answer.
So, your slogan is, so many doctors enjoy ... this product. Again, your slogan is, so many doctors enjoy, and your options are United Airlines, Camel cigarettes, Listerine mouthwash, or Folgers coffee.
Pray it's not 2. I'm just saying.
Yeah, that wouldn't have aged well, huh?
Can you just tell me the answer?
I did. It's one of those 4.
Sneaky.
Mm-hmm. United Airlines, Camel cigarettes, Listerine mouthwash, or Folgers coffee.
I'm going to say I don't know, so I'm going to say the cigarettes.
Camel cigarettes. Let's see.
Oh, I'm
That's
so
what doctors
scared. I'm
enjoy.
so scared that's gonna be it.
I love these old commercials.
How often does your job call you out of bed in the middle of the night? Well, if you were a doctor, it would be often. And generally, there isn't much time to spare.
Coffee, doctor?
Oh, fine. Have a Camel with your coffee. Thanks. You know, this night was coming up, isn't it? That's right.
No way.
Camel
A camel is
got it.
always a pleasure.
No shot.
Just as enjoyable to
Nice.
adopt
Absolutely.
Oh,
The correct
no.
answer. Janie, you may have your inspiration point,
I'm gonna be the only one to not get an inspiration.
and you can go ahead and give your introduction.
Unfortunate.
Oh my gosh, that ad ages horribly. Doctors like it because they get paid for treating people.
That might be it.
Um,
Well, Janie, tell us who you're playing and a trait that you like in allies.
I am playing the May Queen, May. And May admires loyalty and compassion in her companions.
Fantastic. Wonderful. And last for this evening is our guest for the next couple of episodes. Squiggles, are you ready to begin your guest spot on Cold Hands Warm Heart with a quiz?
Absolutely not. Can you just skip me? I am painfully British. I have no idea. The 60s were wild in the United States. What
Yeah.
the hell?
Yeah, you're right.
Look, the wild thing is I actually had to cut out one of the commercials that I originally picked because it was straight up abusive between spouses.
Oh no.
Wow.
It was about
Wow.
coffee, and he was chewing out his wife over bad coffee
It
in a
was
commercial
fashionable
on
back in the day.
TV. But don't worry,
Insane. Okay.
I cut that one out.
I'm
So,
ready.
all right, ready? Your slogan is "Nothing says lovin' like something from the oven." Okay, that is your slogan. Nothing says lovin' like something from the oven. Was that a slogan of Tupperware, something you keep your leftovers in? Wedgwood gas stoves, predominance of gas stoves in the United States, Pillsbury cookies, or a Sears home catalog? Now, what you may not know, in the States, you could buy your house out of a Sears home catalog. They would
I did not
deliver.
know that.
They would deliver the materials. You could order the entire house.
You, just
You had to
order your
build it.
entire house, build it yourself.
Yes.
IKEA furniture style. Insane.
IKEA furniture style house through Sears. Yes.
Wow.
All right. Nothing says lovin' like something from the oven. Tupperware, Wedgwood gas stoves, Pillsbury cookies, or Sears home catalog.
I mean, it makes sense that it's the cookies, because you bake cookies in the oven, but I feel like I'm going to get tricked somehow, and I got egg on my face, and yeah, okay, yeah, I'm going with it. That's it. Cookies. It's cookies. It must be cookies.
Final
It's not
answer?
Cookies. I'll cry. Final
Final
answer. Final answer.
answer.
I'll cry.
All right. Let's find out.
High stakes stuff.
Now, if you'll do the slicing, we'll do the baking.
Hell yeah.
While they're cooling, let's sing a song. Oh, a house smells so nice when you bake in the oven. A warm kind of smell when you bake in the oven.
Dozens of lovin' like something from the oven.
And Pillsbury says it's best.
Thank you, Pillsbury.
Dude,
Yes,
he poked
you
his
are
belly,
correct.
and he went, oh, and stuff like that. Okay.
He does in this one.
Now
So
those cookies.
in this one, she kisses him on the forehead and his face burns.
God.
Wonderful.
So creepy. Also, he's so much
Oh
There
my
you go.
god.
Oh, bake chocolate chip cookies.
There we go. Drama for everyone. Go ahead and introduce yourself, Squiggles, along with your character, and
My God.
we'll get started.
Hey everyone, yeah, my name is Squiggles. My pronouns are he, him. I will be playing a character known as Hush. He is a he, him as well, and he's a rogue, which should be a little bit interesting. The question that I was supposed to answer, something about
Yes, what
a trait of one of my
trait
friends.
that you look for in a friend or ally? Yes.
Well, I had a specific person in mind when I was thinking about my character and the backstory, and the person there isn't necessarily. I can't put the trait into words, but it's because that person is just always there, right place, right time, to check in on me. Always seems to know my mood, my state of mind or being. how many spoons I have to give, or it's just able to meet me there in the place that I am at that particular time. And I think that's something that he's come to admire about them and love them for. And I think it's something that he is like trying to practice or emulate in some of his other relationships, I guess. So, yeah.
Fantastic. Wonderful. Well, and that is all of our players. I am Lester Point Hero. I use the he, him pronouns. I will be the other various odds and ends and assorted whatevers throughout this adventure. As for a little bit of coming up to speed, we left off with our party standing at the foot of the Reghed Glacier, 200 feet of ice rising above them. The bluish green water of a waterfall cascading down as they stood observing, having just gotten off of a massive mollusk of a ship and sending home their dear friend, the GIF from another world. We left off with them approaching that beautiful waterfall. And before I hand over the full reins of the game to all of you, I want to take you back several weeks prior to this, to Waterdeep itself. The city of Waterdeep bursts into life just before dawn's light. While merchants prepare their wares for the day and night soil collectors finish their work, there's one small figure who rises up from an alley. Cloak pulled tight, a small hand lifts up to the side of their head. The whispered spell startles a nearby rat that darts for a new dark corner. And only the keenest of eyes, watching this unusual figure, would even have a chance to catch the motes of light that dance ever so briefly across the filthy cobbles. North. Always north. How far? 14 days later, in Neverwinter, the same figure brushes the snows that fall in Midhammer from their cloak as they awaken again from a hidden nook. A new casting, the same result. North. Rumors here speak of a deep darkness that's fallen over Icewind Dale. But anyone south of the spine of the world feels that way about Icewind Dale anyway, so very few pay much attention. In Luskan, 6 days later, still clearer details of darkness to the north arise. It seems the sun has not risen there for years. There's been no news at all in or out for a month or more, and only a few stray travelers have made their way to the Southern Star, the famed entrance to Icewind Dale. None of those visitors described as being small of stature. Many more 10 days pass. Every morning, the spell is cast. The lights dance across the snow and point to the north. People in the small cities of 10 towns prove unhelpful. They speak only of heroes rescuing them from the eternal green aurora blocking their dawn. Some hold out hope. Some say the heroes have forgotten them. But they still speak of them. Later, even still, passing through a land illuminated night and day by nothing but starlight and sickly green, the trail ends. Standing at the foot of a massive glacier, equally short in food, hope, and stature, the figure rests, hoping the next day to see any indication other than north, north, north. Expecting to see the light dance up the side of the glacier, the casting that morning instead pushes straight to the side of solid ice, behind a waterfall of icy bluish green. Somehow, what is sought is within. Before having too much time to investigate, a roar passes overhead. Nearby lands a massive crustacean. An odd crew climb out, waving goodbye to what looks like an upright hippopotamus. And our small figure dives into the snow. This is where we will begin with the four of you making your way toward this icy blue waterfall, gushing out of the 200-foot tall Reghed Glacier. Another of you can see four figures approach. That is where we will begin our time this evening. The game is yours.
So do we see this little figure? Did
Roll
we
me a
catch
perception
notice?
check. Let's see.
Oh.
Okay.
I'm definitely rolling a stealth check.
Of
Um,
course. I'm not gonna be able to. 11.
Oh golly, no! I got a 10. So Mirth is definitely being prissy and kind of leaning on Brahm as he walks down the side of the mollusk.
DM, my hood is up, right?
Oh yeah, your hood's up.
Cool.
Brom has that
so-
alert dog going. Let's see. Maybe he won't see anything now. Oh, nope.
A solid 8.
It says virtual tabletop not found, but I will screen grab while I reload everything.
Oh no, that's fine. You can just tell me what you got. What was
28.
that? A 28.
Jesus.
So, the Cold Hands crew is oblivious as you approach this waterfall. The map points to here. I would like to point out it is approximately 9 in the morning, and you are all fairly exhausted. If
And
I remember
battered.
from the recent
Very.
the recent trials. So what is the plan?
We should probably rest.
Yes, please.
We can tiny hut it.
Tiny
We could
hut.
tiny hut it if we want to do a full rest and just let more of the world get soaked up by the ice death, or we could short rest and pray. What do you guys
I
feel
mean,
like?
yeah, like how many days did we kind of estimate would be?
It's in the notes. Let me see. Maybe it's not.
It's like I would if I could close out of this chat, but I can't.
No. Live.
So-
Please keep us rolling.
Your best estimate is that there is somewhere around 10 days before Lonely Wood is hit by the wave of ice.
Mm-hmm.
And this, essentially, you're only a day and a half away from this happening. It's been a busy day and a half, but you are a day and a half away from this happening.
So Mirth is at 9 hit points and actually looks like crap. His earring is broken. He's sniffling sadly. His claw paint is chipped. He's just looking like a mess. And so he makes an appeal that we should, indeed, he agrees with whoever said let's tiny hut. He's like, yes, and also I'd like to rehydrate some rations and get, because this place does not look friendly coming up, and we don't want to be doing that on an empty stomach or empty brains. What do you all think?
Brom would have suggested tiny hut, even though he's usually the one who's pushing them to do more and suffer. So
You have fragile bards following you like ducklings. Like if you tell
Actually,
us to keep going, we'll just fully
we'll
die.
just fall. Yeah, you stay in front of us. It's fine.
I just feel like Brom is like a fine line between like sometimes Brom is me and sometimes Brom is my dad, and I feel like in terms of like pushing people to go like farther than they should ever be pushed to go, he's probably my dad. But yeah, he at this point he himself looks like crap. I think he was reduced to like 1/3 hit points or something. So
Did you also use all of your lay on hands?
all of it.
All of it.
was
Okay, that's a problem.
Yeah.
That's a
I have like
problem.
no spells left.
Yep.
yeah.
Like, I have spells left, but also 10 HP.
Yeah, let's rest.
Yeah,
All
I
right,
think that's a good
Mirth
call.
will deploy the tiny huts with the interior that is reminiscent of the circus that he once worked at, and in it we shall rest.
All right.
Rest. Oblivious to the mysterious
conversation between the four creatures that I see before me, and then seeing a magical barrier just appear. I think Hush would be very interested in getting inside that possibly very warm area. And so I think he's going to, sort of come out of this puff of snow and looking very wary to start creeping towards it, seeing if he can get close and just, if he can get to the edge of the dome, like just touch it and see what this is about.
So with your 28 and their highest detection of an 11, I'm going to safely say that yes, you can approach, you stick your hand on the side, and the four of you see through the semi-opaque a small hand just press against the side of the dome out of nowhere.
Mirth just looks at it and his ear fins lay back, and then he slowly turns his head like one of the kids in Jurassic Park trying to hide from a raptor behind the industrial kitchen stuff, and he slowly looks over at May with a kind of, am I at last hallucinating? Has the cold got to me?
Brom does his best, like, big dog impression and gets up off the... He was on the ground cooking, but he gets up and puts his hand on his sword and starts stalking over there.
I think Hush is just sort of digging under the snow just to see how far does this thing go. Wait,
Is it another imp? Mirth sort of follows behind Brom while stage whispering, because the last time we saw something with a little hand like that, it was a... Well, I can't remember the name of it. That little imp, that ice imp that we ran into.
Oh, the
ice
Mephit.
Mephit, yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yep.
yeah. Could be another one of those.
Brom didn't get a good look because he's human and his eyesight isn't that great. Many feet away.
Right now, right outside the dome. So essentially, all of you can see a halfling in a cloak feeling around your dome.
Oh.
Very sus hobbit is padding on the floor.
What is a halfling doing all the way up here? Oh my gosh. Very unusual.
And vicious. Brom. But he's going to walk right over. Sorry, I got distracted by the chair. He's going to walk right over without drawing the sword. His hand's just kind of on the handle, and will address the stranger on the other side. Hello?
Hello? Hello?
Hello. He says, and
Hello.
he kind of like raises his hand. I'm Brom. Who are you?
Can I come in? It's very cold.
Brom,
What's the password?
Brom's gonna look at the others just to make sure that they agree to let our little friend in.
Okay, what do you look like? Are you
Yes,
bristling with
well-
weaponry? Are you adorable and disarming? What are you? What do you look like out of character here? Paint us a mind picture, if you would.
Okay. You'd sort of see. Well, you see a halfling, obviously. He's dressed in simple leathers, but fitted quite well. He does have his a cloak on with his hood up. That as you look at him, he does look. It's almost like the light is kind of refracting off of him, as it were. So it's difficult to see him even as you're sort of looking at him. But yeah, with his hood up, you don't really see his face yet. It's just. But
Oh,
you
I
can...
see. So how would we know you're a halfling then, I wonder? Could you be mistaken for a kobold?
I think we fought those little Durger guys too. Those were pretty small.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I
Oh,
hope
yeah.
that from the hand you'd see, 4 fingers and a thumb.
Oh, yeah. Like a little...
Sort of a Yeah.
Okay.
Humanoid looking, but a lot smaller than probably all of you, and a, a a youngish sounding voice. Again, sounds humanoid as opposed to draconic or something to that effect.
We let him in.
How do we know you're not an assassin of the Frostmaiden? Look at him. He could be deadly.
Well,
I mean, aren't we deadly?
I'm not very deadly right now because I am freezing my tits off. If you could just...
I think
Please.
Mirth laughs and steps aside with a kind of come in gesture. After that, I'm freezing my tits off. Mirth is just surprised into laughing. Because, to be honest, we don't hear a lot of jokes in our line of work anymore. Beyond gallows humors, we try to survive.
Anyone to talk like that and also be out here is just as wild as we are. I think the story absolutely would agree.
Come in and get your tits warm.
Oh, thank you. Oh,
You find it remarkably easy to pass through the wall once you've been granted entry by those that cast it. And you find yourself in a very small area that feels like a circus tent. It's, as you spend a few moments in there, even though it seems tight and that dome wasn't very large, it's almost like it's bigger on the inside. And you're able to stretch out just a little bit more. And after a few moments, you adjust, and yeah, it's essentially a circus tent in here.
this is incredible.
Thank you.
This is your work? He's looking up.
Yes. Mirth sort of puffs up a little bit, easily flattered. And he introduces himself and asks your name.
He takes his hood off, and you see a boy's face, complexion dark like Macquarie wood, but with like mahogany freckles. His hair is like a cloud of dark black, almost navy hair. No other real distinguishing features apart from a round face, but if you look at his eyes are a strange color. It's almost like someone's like looking at the full moon through a peridot gemstone.
Brom seems immediately okay. So, sorry, Hush. He takes one look.
Make sure he's of age.
And he's like, no. He looks at him and he's like a child immediately.
Okay, good. I was like, Brom, calm yourself.
Sorry, Hush. You're too baby. He likes the opposite.
So you do have a line. I was beginning to doubt.
Look, apparently Brom goes for giant hippo men, but not for kiddos. So
that's
okay.
Fine.
All right. Time. Next.
That's certainly a line.
No, I'm just gonna say
moving on. Moving on.
I'm just saying.
Moving forward.
He's looking around like, what are we talking about here? Is this?
He'd literally say, and yeah, as I said, I'm sorry, Hush. This is kind of insulting. He'd look at him and say, "He's just a boy." Like, surprise. Like as if to say, like, what the hell is he doing out here?
When you say it's just a boy, Mirth smacks you with his tail. He's hopped up and is hanging on a lyra hoop that's hanging from the ceiling and kind of dangling above everybody, and he kind of whack the back of the head, and he mutters something like, "Don't say that. That's rude. You don't say that kind of stuff to halflings."
He's never met one before. He looks
Clearly.
like, no, his country is all humans. It's humans, elves, and dwarves. There's no anyone else. I think there's like less than 1% of the community is anything else. Because I looked it up because I was curious. But yeah, it's humans, dwarves, elves, but mostly humans. Like 95% humans. So no, you've never seen a halfling before.
Perfect.
I think like just watching this exchange. You know, at first I think he would have been like, "Hey," but then seeing the slap, I was like, "Hey, yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Yeah, do it again. Yeah, just give him a little."
I think
On
Mirth
the other
just
side,
laughs and leans back assessingly to see everybody else do introductions if they so wish.
Yes. Anyone else intro? Well, Brom rethinks his stance here.
Yeah, I think the story kind of looks at the scene that just occurs in front of her. Like, you know, that's pretty standard. Uh, name's Astoria.
Astoria, and I'm sorry I didn't catch your name. Looking towards Mirth. Just
Oh, Mirth will take out his concertina because he cannot.
Oh.
He's incapable of simply doing a normal introduction, especially if inquired twice. And he will open the concertina, inhale, and unless anyone bodily yanks him off of the aerial hoop, he will play a ditty introducing himself, the rest of the party, and their venture here in the frozen north, trying to undo the evils of the Frostmaiden. Everybody has their own melody too. It's like really clear that he's carefully done. Like you could tell everybody's theme. Like May has a different tone. Brom has a really distinct sound that probably would go well with like horned instruments. Astoria has a really like obviously ethereal. Yeah, there's a whole. This has been well considered.
I think after the performance, it's a wow. That was. I've never been introduced by someone like that before. That was really cool.
You're
You're so talented. Like, wow, do you do this like as a job or something? I don't know. That's really cool.
Yes, and thank you. We're gonna sing the Frostmaiden to her knees. Get out of here, lady.
I mean, we almost did that.
Yeah, almost being the key word.
Like, you know why this whole thing is happening?
Nod. We do.
Oh, sorry. I didn't introduce myself. I apologize. My name is Hush. Yeah. A pleasure to meet you. And you wouldn't happen to be going through that frozen waterfall, would you?
Yep.
That's fucking lucky.
Quite the coincidence.
Still got it. I know we just met, and you know, I apologize. But I've been here for about 2 days. I have climbed all the way up and all the way down, trying to find a way, well, through there, and I couldn't. I think I just need some help, and you know, if you know, he's looking really sort of like
Yes, Mirth
shy
says
and
loudly.
boastful.
Just yes, we'll go with you. You should come with us. But why are you going?
I'm not sure, but I know where I need to go is through that frozen waterfall.
Are you on a quest?
Yes.
Oh, wow. Is it from a
Yeah.
god? A spiritual quest?
Oh no, nothing that.
School assignment?
It's kind of personal.
Oh, you can tell me.
Um,
Mer's ears perk up even more just immediately upon having met you. I'm trustworthy.
We're best friends, didn't you know?
Are they trustworthy? Is this something I should be doing?
Despite the candidness, Mirtha is very trustworthy.
Okay.
Aw, thanks, Astoria. But hey, your secrets are your own. You're trying to get through that frozen waterfall. We're trying to get through that frozen waterfall. What do you know about the area so far? Sounds like you scouted around, which saves us some time, possibly.
I mean, yeah, I've been around, and it's very cold. It's pretty dangerous. I got stuck. I know that this is the direction that I need to go, but I just don't know how to get through. Like I don't know, the ice is so thick, and there's only so much a couple of daggers will take me. DM, is there anything that I would know about the area after being here for a couple of days?
There is almost no activity around here. You are so far into the north of Faerun that there is very little movement, very little activity, very little action. You've not seen another breathing creature since you arrived to the glacier, and you maybe only passed a few wild animals here or there even during your journey the last few days. You essentially had a very miserable, I would say safe to say 10 days crossing on your own, following after what you're following after. The only thing that you know for certain, you are positive that when you're on the top of the glacier, that's the only time you haven't been pointed north. And your feeling is straight through this wall.
Yeah, I kind of, with the knowledge that I've been by myself, like without any like welcoming parts of civilization to be around. Yeah, Hush is just very glad to see people that he can talk to and just be, just be around company again. It's been very lonely for him.
Oh yeah, I bet so.
But he just tries to relay as much information as possible, just trying to be helpful, because you've let him into a lovely circus hut, and he's just happy to be here. Definitely.
Brom, what have you been cooking?
Brom is
This food.
rehydrating rations, so he's probably made some porridge, which is easy to make and comes dried. He's probably got some pack, I'm so sorry, it's probably gross, or trench bread, which is just very, very hard, and you want to mix it with liquid. And probably also has turned some jerky back into meat to add to the soup. So he would probably do something that to me sounds gross, and would offer some trench bread with kind of like a grain soup on top of it that has some rehydrated meat in it.
You are handed a hard piece of bread covered in slop.
Yes.
We love Brom, but he's a practical den mother. Meanwhile, Mirth is sitting there, and Mirth, in the background, he has acquired, DM, let me know if this is okay, but in our travels in 10 Towns, Mirth would have acquired, as a pescatarian, an absolutely stupid amount of, fish jerky and, dried and smoked fish, to the point where it's like a clown car pulling it out of his bag kind of a thing. And I think whenever possible, he probably plops some dried salmon or whatever the heck that knucklehead trout is on top of Brom's dishes to try and make them less Bromful and a little more, less like a soldier who hates himself and has complicated relationships with his parents.
Damn, you didn't have to come at him like that.
I love Brom so much.
Ooh.
That was out of character.
You're welcome to eat whatever you would like.
We're certainly warming hearts and burning people, I guess.
Oh, I'll take a seat.
Hush looks around as he's just sort of standing still at the moment, just looking around. He's like, are you sure? This is okay?
You're welcome to join us. Brom has decided this person is harmless. They've been tricked before.
He stares at the food for less than a millisecond before he's just stuff.
It's not. It's having prepared food. It's not horrible. Having eaten this, it is not the worst. It's just not the best either.
It's realistic.
So like, R.I.P. your taste buds, but also it's like not. It's edible.
It's been 2 days without something warm in my stomach. I've been eating snow. I've just been eating snow, and I found some berries, and they weren't great. Like, they were really, really like hard, and there were many seeds. There were many seeds.
Oh.
I don't like seeds.
He's gonna make some warm tea for everyone because they deserve it.
Tea.
So, a few hours pass. You all get to know each other. You fill your bellies with something warm, at least palatable. In some cases, quite good. And as is the plan, you rest. For a full rest, I believe, is the plan.
Yeah.
Okay. So you are able to do so. 8 hours pass. And most notable to everyone except for Hush, who has not experienced this at all. In fact, Hush, despite there being snow everywhere along your journey, at no point did it snow once you reached Icewind Dale. For the rest of you, you're all reminded of that prominent change, where instead of the constant blizzards blowing, they're all concentrated. And so 8 hours pass. The night continues on. I think Hex video cut out.
Yeah, because I'm trying to change audio and the stupid event thing is in the way, and I'm struggling. I am struggling, chat. Like, I'm trying my best here, and it's just not enough. I'm trying my absolute best, and it's just not enough, chat. I'm sorry.
Fantastic. No, it's fantastic. It's fantastic. No worries.
I try to do each thing, and it just messes it up. It's fine.
We'll fight with it a bit during break. No worries. So the time passes. You're able to get a full night's rest in, so to speak. It was the middle of the day. 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And before you know it, it is 5 in the evening. The 22nd of Altaric. And the hut is yours to walk out of, and a rock wall is your ice wall is yours to figure out. So full health, full spells, full of hope. What's the plan?
So, to be clear, before we start delving of dungeons, things that I think would be good to have covered during our time together in the hut would be informing Hush, if he was not already aware, of why this land is blighted. Does Hush already know that, or?
I don't think Hush is aware of why everything's blighted. He has his own.
He has his own focus. Okay.
Own focus, yeah.
Wow.
There were rumors, but generally speaking, the extent of what Hush would know before the conversation is the sun has not risen in years. And you have witnessed no sun in Icewind Dale for weeks personally.
Okay, in that case, we would have definitely filled you in, Hush, on a pretty intimate telling of what's been happening, and frankly, probably one of the more accurate insights as to what the hell is going on. And it turns out that our party has had our fingers in every single fish pie in this area when it comes to dragon nonsense, when it comes to exploring and riding on griffins and eldritch mollusks. Like, this particular group, it would become apparent to you quickly, is beyond quirky, but like 100% either danger follows them or they follow danger. And so just know this as we are preparing to travel together. How does Hush feel about that, realizing that these are people that definitely danger follows? Do you feel like this is a worthy risk? Do you have trepidations? How does
I
Hush
think
feel?
Perhaps
no.
to highlight it, you are aware that the Frostmaiden is a goddess, and there is a tale of a fight directly with the goddess.
I think Hush, being who he is feeling confident with the group that he is with now, because they're clearly formidable to get to this point, and you know, the tales of their exploits, probably expertly told by, you know, the bard and and all that jazz. But yeah, so feeling very confident, but knowing the, you know, the story of the Frostmaiden, that bit is scary. That bit's very scary, as it should be, I think. And so, well, I think he'll wear a face of like, yeah, this is really cool, and this is going to be like determined and excited, but internally is a bit more trepidatious about what's to come.
Cool. Thank you for humoring that.
I like humoring. I'm having a great time.
With that in mind, how are you all going to get through this wall?
Either Braum or Shape Water.
Oh.
Probably Braum. Because I think Shape Water is a cantrip.
It affects 5 feet, but like, you know,
Yeah,
if you were determined enough.
A tiny peephole. We could heat metal and stab it. We could...
We'd have to be careful with that. The whole...
Oh, the structural integrity. Right.
The structural integrity, and we don't want to burn anybody.
Hush puts his hand up and says, I have been stabbing that wall quite a lot. You'll see there's a lot of stab wounds.
Did it go in a little bit? Is it enough to work with, or?
I mean, I've just got these little daggers.
Just a question: would True Strike let me know if it's like defended by something, or is that just for a person?
One more time.
True Strike.
True Strike. That will just help. It does say target, so True Strike will just help somebody hit really accurate.
Okay.
As Hush points out, there is an area that has been hacked and slashed away. And as Hush brings the 4 of you who have previously been touched by the Frostmaiden, what you see as you get closer to this ice wall is a massive snowflake. The symbol of the Frostmaiden appears before your eyes as you near the wall. Hush, you see nothing but an ice wall.
Okay, even better. So yeah, this is where I am, and I've been stabbing here. I stabbed around there as well, but that was worse. Let's face it. And then yeah, I climbed all the way up there, and that's high. And there's nothing up there except more of this. I came back down. I don't know.
You really have been working, haven't you? How did you get up there?
I mean, you know, I can climb.
I'm impressed.
I'm good at climbing. Yeah. Well, I do have a little trick as well, but yeah, it's very cool. It's very cool. Been working on it for a while. Yeah.
Oh.
Kind of helped out. So, yeah.
I'm sure we'll get to see this trick going forward if we can get through the wall. Unfortunately, Mirth stands there with his hand on his hip and his hand on his chin, but no ideas are happening. He's just standing there artfully and buffering. Does anyone else have any ideas?
Do we already perception the wall out of character?
So essentially, what you see is, let's say, a 25-foot tall snowflake on the side of a frozen wall. Above you is a waterfall falling, but it freezes against the side of the glacier before it gets this far.
Can we use knock?
Do we can we estimate vaguely like how thick this wall is?
Give me a investigation check.
Okay. Investigation. There you are. Great, an 11. I have a +7 to this, by the way.
Oh gosh.
This is fine.
So-
Everything's
dear.
fine.
With an 11, I mean, it's you see the snowflake, you see it's 25 feet tall. Hush keeps saying there's nothing here. No hints, no indications, no anything.
Oh, we would tell Hush that there's a snowflake, by the way. We would be like, so you can't see the giant snowflake?
The what?
The giant snowflake looks like this. Mirth would draw it in the snow.
Yeah, Hush looks at the snow and then looks at the wall and says, there is. I mean, it's made of snowflakes, I guess, if that's what you mean.
Detect magic. Can I detect magic on this thing? Because clearly we have to do something here.
You may detect magic, and it is absolutely magical. It is covered in probably, transmutation.
Oh, interesting. Transmutation, our old friend.
I think that is the one. Yeah, I'd go with transmutation. That is likely what is most prevalent.
Where
Alright.
where are they? This old friend of yours.
What? Oh, sorry, hold on. Player is having a brain blip moment. Old friend?
Yeah, transmutation.
Oh. It's a long story.
I think that's what you said.
Yeah, it's a long story. Basically, we encountered some really interesting old technology, and Mirth is like fully ready to go. And unless he is stopped, he will go and tell you about how he cloned himself using some amazing ancient technology recently, and then had the existential experience of watching himself die. Like, and he sort of.
And among Mirth's tales also tells the story of another door with a snowflake in the basement of the Frostmaiden's fortress. That they had to have passed a certain set of tests for that to open for them, and they didn't pass them all, so they had to disable the magic of that.
Yeah,
and they found something just beyond that door. Yeah, you get lots of stories of transmutation.
Do you think the same thing would work? Dispelling this door.
Well, now that I think of it, maybe. If it worked once, maybe it'll work twice.
That or testing our luck with teleporting to the other side.
Oof. Oh, maybe not that.
Those are my abilities. Yeah.
What did we do last time out of character? What mechanic did we use to?
So
spell magic.
That was it? Oh, okay.
The last time you saw something like this, and this will be the characters remembering, was deep below or underneath the Frostmaiden's castle. She had a vault that had her symbol upon it.
Mm-hmm.
And you had to have passed her tests. Her loyal followers had to pass her tests in order to get into the vault so that they could retrieve the Codicil of White.
Mm.
You failed in the tests, and you bypassed that door and retrieved the Codicil of White.
Okay. Well, we can dispel magic on this sucker, I guess. Mirth can do that.
You could try that. Also, the Codicil of White is a MacGuffin you've not used yet.
Oh, right.
So the
The
Codicil of
Codicil of
White
White.
is something that you retrieved and you fed it to your book. So you have a copy of it with the original gone.
Okay. Mirth says, all right, I don't know what to do, but I know who does. And he reaches into his bag and says, or actually, he reaches into like a like a mega nerd. He has literally strapped to his thigh in a holster a book. And the book is hissing and fluffing out its fur and chomping. And he carefully reaches out and goes, okay, girl, go! Open her up.
I think Hush immediately hides behind Mirth.
That's very fair. That is the correct response.
The book immediately starts snapping, trying to eat or bite anything around it. And did you ask for the Codicil of White before you opened it?
Yeah.
Yep. So it bounces around, opens up, and then it seems almost like it gets tired or something, and it just kind of lays down and opens up, and revealed on its pages are the contents of the Codicil of White. And you remember, and I am trying to get to it and cannot find it. Nope, I know how to get to it.
Professor Scant? Is that? No, wait, the Codicil is different.
Yep, the Codicil is different. Books, Codicil of White. It opens up to a rhyme that you had found within the Codicil of White. That was one of the notable things within the book when it was first opened, right before it got fed to the your book. And the contents of that poem are a mess in 5 different bits and pieces, but that's what it says.
Astoria,
Yes.
can you make this work?
She reads. The player, am also reading.
Nope. As Astoria starts reading, there is this low rumble that begins.
Oh. I wonder if this commands it somehow. And I'll read it out for chat too, so they can also see what's going on. We bow to she who wears the crown. Let the world shiver with dread. Clad in winter's whitest gown, her snow enshrouds the dead. My mouse was this way. Her fury sheds but frozen tears as gray clouds issue forth. Her wind across the wasteland shears, bringing blizzards from the north. Ice-kissed flowers, caught mid-bloom, beauty kept in all its grace. Summer's gone to its silent tomb, stilling in her cold embrace. All the world in winter's white, sheathed in sleet and ice. Set upon never-ending night, she conjures paradise. Behold her everlasting rhyme, and see how it covers all. Weep not for those she traps in time, behind her glacial wall. Sovereign of summer's lost, general of winter's war, long live the queen of cold and frost, may she reign forevermore.
As the poem comes to a close, the glacier wall splits and widens. By the time the poem is finished, a 30-foot wide gap has opened in the side of the glacier from the ground to the top 200 feet above. Snow and ice break and fall from the sides. And once the poem ends, the shuddering stops. And several dozen feet within is darkness.
Wow.
That's a powerful
Yeah,
book,
that's new.
Yeah. Couldn't agree more.
Well done, Astoria.
That was incredible. Yes, 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 yes. On my way, on my way. Sorry.
No, it's something to celebrate for sure.
2 whole days.
Well, you're here now, and we're all together.
Brom would pat Astoria's shoulder and seems pleased that things are going well now. Apologies for early says Brom, and offers his hand. He's wearing full plate armor. He was a pretty big boy without his armor, which is how he was met earlier, but he's an even bigger boy wearing full plate and holding cap.
I think he'll grab 2 of your fingers and grip as hard as he can. And no worries.
He nods. And, do we have to climb to get in, or is it at ground
Nope.
level?
It opens straight to the ground, and you're welcome to go in. You will need light unless you have dark vision.
Does not. But he's probably gonna.
Light up a torch.
Yeah. Well, he's gonna make his sword into a light.
So cool.
Oh, hey, sorry. Before we go in, let me share something with you. And he holds out his hands.
Mirth high fives him.
No, not like that. I need you to hold on to me just for a second, just for a minute. Maybe not a minute. I don't know how long I'll need to do. I haven't done this with so many people.
You're making me nervous.
No, don't worry. This is good. I hope it's good. I think it's good. And when everyone sort of clasps hands, you see him concentrate for a little bit, and then his eyes start to glow, and he goes,
"Oh."
His mouth doesn't move, but you hear him say, "Can you hear me?"
Yeah.
We can.
And big clap. It's like, oh, still got it again in his head. In your head. He's like, okay, I think I can do this for how long can I do this? About 3 hours. But yeah, after that it will be a little bit fuzzy for a bit. But yeah.
This is
way.
amazing.
Yeah, I know. Still not speaking, but just smiling. Crazy, right?
How can you do that? Can you tell what I'm thinking? What number am I thinking of?
I don't know if it really works. So 7. Did that?
Oh my god. It was 6, but that's so close.
I added 1 because you're taller than me. So I just
Amazing.
Just kind of watches them with amusement, noting that Hush and Mirth are on the same energy wave, apparently. He's, for himself, a very quiet fellow. I skedaddled to get myself some chips, but he would have spent his time in the tiny home praying, doing his rituals and, cleaning his sword, which was covered in gross... which was covered in gross illicit blood from earlier.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Awkward.
Yeah, that was so awkward. But everyone was disgusting and covered in like illicit goo and stuff. But yeah, he seemed pleased, noting that everyone's on the same. At least that Mirth has a companion that's like on the same energy wave. Because usually
It's
like
perfect.
Mirth is up here and everyone else is like down here.
Oh, Mirth is so happy right now. Like, Hush is fantastic. And we even have names that work. Troublemakers. Mirth is going to rip a page out of his journal and feed it to the angry book, which is what he does. And then he snaps it back in its holster and like puts it away before it can get aggressive again. And then he's just going to light up a torch. And we need some source of light that isn't just Brom's utter coolness. So
Brom's glowy sword is a goblin's cleaver.
So cool.
As you all begin entering this cavern, the 200-foot high ceiling starts to lower, not moving, but as you move in, there is less of a ceiling. And you walk in for about 100 feet before the ceiling is only 30 feet above your head. The walls around you are not natural, at least not in the way you'd expect. They're almost shaped, smooth and as reflective as glass. And you reach a point where the ceiling has come down, where a carved image of the Frostmaiden's face sits on top of an arch.
Like the snowy owl face or the barn owl face?
It is the second face, the frozen maiden, the Frostmaiden's icy form.
Mm.
Angular features, sharp as a knife's edge, carved above an arch that goes deeper into whatever you all opened.
That looks like... Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like the look of that.
Mm-hmm.
Seems like it's where we gotta go, though.
Yeah.
Walking towards it, the face begins to move.
No!
Its mouth opens, and you hear a voice echo through this chamber around you. You are among my most faithful adherents. Enter and be preserved within my arm for all eternity. Be welcome. Be mine.
Nope.
And the face goes still.
Well, that's probably pre-programmed, huh? Didn't age well.
Didn't age well.
Did not age well at all.
I have a random question. The artist in me would, if it's okay, would love a visual update on people's garb and like their look. Because I was just now like, Astoria, what are you looking like lately? New hairdo, new clothes, same look? What's the look?
Well, I will say, like, especially since like Astoria joined the group and kind of like got transported from the desert, she's definitely donned, more layers, right? But still trying to keep the same like dark reds and some dark browns around her leather armor, and then just around her cloaks and various things that she's kept to keep warm at this point. Maybe some more furs as well. In terms of hair, I mean, she hasn't really, like, thought about cutting it or anything, so it's probably longer than what it looked like when she first joined. She still likes to wear it down, definitely.
Isn't she blonde?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, very light blonde.
She's like an angel. Rom or May, if you feel like it. Love to hear an outfit update, a fit update, if you're so inclined.
Brom has not cut his hair, so it's actually extremely long, although usually you can't tell because he has it like in a braid. It's kind of like folded into the back of his helmet, where no one can grab it. He is wearing his pad coat, I guess, underneath his armor. Apparently the armor has an appearance. I forgot D&D has like preset things. Put it here. You can see what this armor looks like. It's, I guess, chainmail underneath and then like some plate on top. Looks kind of Elden Ringy looking. Is my assessment.
Cool.
He normally would have a cloak, but he doesn't have one right now because I think he gave it away to someone.
Aww. That seems great.
And, yeah, we haven't stopped anywhere that let him buy more cloth, so he's just out of cloak now. He just has like a strip of red cloth around his arm where he tied it when he said goodbye. Goodbye to our robot friend.
Oh.
Yeah, Azores.
Mm-hmm. So, otherwise he looks about the same as he always does. He's probably gotten skinnier since he's been in Icewind Dale, but he was like originally a big boy, like 240 pounds. Looks like a linebacker. Um, large boy. Um, but and he's currently carrying like a ton of like random stuff, so he probably has like a backpack that's like full of junk, including his friend's ankle. Friend's severed ankle.
Steve's ankle. You're so obsessed with holding on to Steve's ankle.
Steve's ankle.
Oh.
He's putting it down. So,
I love it.
that's his updated look. The W.
So
So
Mirth.
what? Yeah, go ahead.
Mirth look is something we forget is that Mirth is fucking gorgeous. You wouldn't know it though because of his ridiculous attitude, but he's a copper dragonborn and he takes decently good care of his appearance. Some of his scales are naturally oxidized around his eyes, so they're like teal and turquoise. He has his horns and ear fins decorated whenever possible, but he actually looks, you can tell he's been out in the elements a lot because his ear fins are actually kind of cracking a little at the edges. Like there's definite wear and tear. Like his species isn't supposed to be in the cold. He's like a warm weather lizard kind of a thing is going on here a little bit. Yeah, but when he came here, he was a lot more fashionable. And now he also has succumbed to the pragmatism of surviving in the frozen north. But he's like a 6'2" dragonborn twink is kind of the look, and he is bedecked. He has like 2 journals, one of them the feral one and another just presumably normal, strapped onto his thighs. He has a bandolier of what seems to be miniature daggers across his chest. He has a concertina strapped to his back and a small fiddle like also at his lower back like a weapon. He's just he's a one-man band. It's kind of the look. And also in my world, Dragonborn have tails, dang it. It's the cutest thing ever. I wish that they had them in canon. Adorable.
Works for me. It's canon for us.
Why do you have a butt? So weird. I don't like it.
I know. I like little tails. If
Yeah,
you're gonna be a furry, do it right.
Yeah, like let the furries have tails. Like it's
Yes.
just too weird for me that they just have like a butt.
Yeah.
Like
a little frog butt. Do you know what they look like with their little lump of
Yep. Unusually narrow hips on every dragonborn.
Just a little lip. Oh my god, can you imagine? Anyway.
So the face of the maiden goes still, and beyond the arch, blue light illumes.
Yes, let's go.
Right behind you.
Yes.
Right behind you.
All right.
Walking in, to your left and right, the walls of this room narrow. It's about 15 feet wide, and the walls are smooth and clear as glass. And as you pass, perfectly measured, with 2 feet intervals in between, under the ice are alcoves. And as you look through the ice, you can see figures standing in the alcoves. They're dressed as druids, like Revisin, who you fought in the tomb. They're dressed as berserkers with ears and nose frozen off as you fought in the cave. You begin to you begin to see symbols of the Frostmaiden hanging around the necks of these individuals beneath the ice. And it continues like this for several hundred feet. Every 2 feet. Over and over to your left and to your right. What you assume are the most faithful of the Frostmaiden stand vigil. About halfway through this long hall, in the distance, there is an echoing cackle.
Don't like that.
At all, and is going to put his hand on his weapon.
Hides.
Very good.
You are in an empty hallway, 15 feet wide. There's no immediate place to hide.
You can hide behind Brom. Brom's big.
I hide behind Brom. I'm a halfling. I can hide behind things. I've got a thing. Hang on, what's the thing called?
Which is such a valid survival strategy,
It
actually.
is.
Like, I can imagine Hush, however, whatever his story may be, I could see him, especially after that 28 hide check or stealth check earlier, I could see him totally somehow making it solo. Like, having that degree of skill at hiding and being stealthy will get you so far. It's just a different style, and it's cool. It makes me want to play a rogue.
Very, very careful. Very, very careful, little dude. Yeah.
Yeah, there he is. You can hide behind a person.
There it is.
I hide.
You hide. After a few moments, the silence returns. And it again is unnervingly quiet within this frozen hall.
Brom is going to proceed forward. He got a 15 for perception, so he's looking for whatever made that noise.
Sure. The 15 is helpful in just a few dozen more feet. Because as you pass a few dozen more feet, you start to see that the smooth walls are no longer as smooth as they once were. And at these alcoves, instead of being clear and flat, the wall itself is jagged. And when you look within, the 15 is enough for you to notice that while the previous bodies of the faithful were perfectly preserved, some of these appear desiccated, dry. They have injuries to head or neck or shoulder.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm-mm.
Interesting.
The horrors never cease around here.
What kind of injuries? I'm going to do a medicine.
So you can't get to these. This will be very difficult, but you may make a medicine check.
All right.
So it has a higher DC.
20. Wow. He's like, oh my god, this is what I read about in school.
It is very clear to you, even though you cannot tell what, you can tell that something has been eating them.
Oh. Great.
Ew. Shit. Let's perceive. Are we
Cool.
perceiving? Has anyone perceived?
I would like to perceive.
Brom is going to draw his weapon and I forgot the name of the ability. He's going to look for evil things.
Okay.
Perception.
You can make a perception roll if you'd like to look around. Or an
this
investigation
everyone?
if you want to look. If you'd like, that's fine.
I'm going to roll investigation.
Go ahead. Moving just a little bit further down the hall, you start to notice with that investigation that the walls, as you progress, are more and more damaged, progressively more damaged. It seems the deeper you go into this hallway, the deeper into this cave, the more damage there is to the frozen faithful beneath the ice. The 21 is also enough to realize that the oldest faithful are the ones at the front, however. So it's only the new ones where this is taking place.
Interesting. Brom is using divine sense, so he should feel anything.
Okay.
You're undead.
For the next 6 seconds, nothing pings your divine sense. So there are no undead within 60 feet of you.
All right.
No celestials or, well, Astoria kind of glimmers a little bit in your perception.
Nice.
Not evil.
Not evil.
No, but it's divine
Just
sense of
celestial.
celestials,
Yeah.
fiends, or undead.
Well, I'm gonna continue, sword drawn. Unfortunately, I imagine since it was a random tackle, they have no idea where the laughter went.
Well, there's only been one direction so far, so it came from deeper.
Cool.
Progressing further down the hall, you start to see not the bumpy walls, but the walls have been torn away completely. And you can get to the faithful that are frozen within. It looks very much like something has dug through close to their heads.
Ooh.
A few feet more, and you start coming to empty alcoves.
Mm-mm.
And once you pass the alcoves, another 100 feet, you see a doorway made of ice that's broken open, leading deeper into the cave.
Somebody is digging through here. I wonder what kind of creature could live down here. Can I make a nature check?
Ooh.
For +0 probably?
You may attempt a nature check, sure.
I'm going in.
Can
Sometimes
only
it's
Mirth
funnier
do
when you
that,
don't
or
have proficiency. Huh?
can only Mirth do that, or?
If you want to go ahead and make any kind of check, just let me know what you're looking for.
Oh
Or
my
what you're
God,
trying to
wow.
determine.
Yeah, because what
Mirth's
on
an
earth
expert
could have done
now.
this? Oh.
Wow.
What? Wait. Where's nature? Because I rolled a 20.
Ooh.
Ooh.
I know everything now. Let's see. What the hell is nature? Oh, there. 21.
A 21.
Nice.
21. So Mirth sort of dramatically crouches down like Steve Irwin, and he's kind of like, he's looking for like paw prints or like signs of whether this is something like sapient that used tools to get through here, or if there was no, or if this was like a creature that was brute forcing, trying to indicate, like, basic thing is this an animal or is this a person? Like, or was this a natural phenomenon? That's the hope, is being able to tell one of those maybe.
So, with a 21 nature check, you are able to find claw marks. They're definitely from claws. You're able to find teeth marks, definitely from teeth, something with powerful jaws. And you find tracks, just hints of tracks. You mostly infer them from the scratches on the floor. And with a 21, they seem like hyena tracks.
Mirth will say all of this out loud, including the hyena part, and kind of stop. And then he sort of laughs at himself. I have no idea where that came from.
And almost in response, in the distance, there is that echoes through the cavern within.
Oh, a hyena laugh. Great.
Mm-hmm.
Now, would Mirth have... I don't know if Mirth would have heard of Knowles in character, actually. So we're just going to say he has no idea. He might know that it was a creature, but I'm going to just...
Very big
without a-
hyena.
Yeah, big hyena. There are big hyenas in here, I think.
Would Hush know that sound possibly? I'm just riffing here.
It's
Is
up
it
to you.
possible?
You know what Hush knows. Does Hush know that sound?
Does Hush know about Knowles? I don't think he does.
Okay. Then no, you don't know the sound.
It's a very strange
friendly.
thing to have in a cave like this.
Yeah, it seems weird. Mirth is more of an urban guy. He's gotten so much better since joining this group over the past period of time, but like, I just don't know if Knowles would be something in his immediate purview. Like,
Sure.
But we should
Yeah.
proceed with caution.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like your story is like just there's this dissonance happening. It's like, why would something like a hyena be all the way up here? It's like, could I do like maybe a history or something like that? It was just like, of like, any like,
A logic check.
yeah, some type of logic check because she's just having a lot of trouble believing that just like this random pack of hyenas have been kept in this cave.
Sure, go ahead and make a history check.
Okay.
Mm.
It's a 20, non-natural.
A 20. So you all have spent quite a bit of time now in Icewind Dale. Enough to here and there, you know, off camera, so to speak, pick up some of the stories about Icewind Dale itself. Maybe it was someone talking at a table in a tavern, or, you know, who knows where you could have picked this up. But there are stories of creatures called Null that live in and around Icewind Dale, especially in certain places. And with a 20, you don't know the details, but there was a great leader of the Knoll. You can't remember their name, but they had a great leader at some point.
Huh.
Who of course served the Frostmaiden.
And I feel like at this point, like, we've already, like, kind of moved on. We're, like, keeping walking, and then all of the sudden, a story is gonna just be like, Knowles.
God bless you.
No, Knowles. There are these, hyena, like, people that at one point I think lived here.
Oh.
Maybe not here exactly. I'm not sure how exactly they got here. But there was some leader or something. Like, you know how we saw the tribes in the trials. I think they also had a leader. Something like that. I don't know his name. Yeah, that book got shelved a long time ago.
So, Frostmaiden's lackeys, hyena
Her
style.
name, Knowles are
sorry.
matriarchal.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
So you have a hall leading to a broken door. Knowles somewhere in the vicinity. A mysterious cackle in the distance. And I think before we go deeper, a reason to take a quick break. So why don't we pause for a few moments, stretch out a little bit, and then we can go deeper in and see what is going on in this unusual cavern.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
All right. See you later,
All right.
chat.
See you shortly. Hello and welcome back. Thanks for sticking around. We needed a brief break. We left off with the Cold Hands crew making their way down a long, ominous hallway with frozen faithful members of the Frostmaiden's religion stuck behind icy walls. And as they neared the end of this hall, more and more of these faithful seemed to have been consumed by something gnollish in some way. As they reach the back of this long, many 100-foot hallway, there is a door made of ice that is broken out, leading deeper into whatever this cavern could be. And that's where we pick up. Anyone feeling particularly brave?
Brom's gonna head in there with his sword at the ready.
Just heading straight in. Give me a dexterity save.
Oh gosh, ice.
Oh no.
I forgot ice exists.
We're surrounded by it, so we're blind to it.
God, get out our yak tracks.
11.
An 11 is insufficient. Now, I'm actually going to put you inside the map now. The first part of this map I had to make up because I wanted to add something extra to it.
I see.
So the door is right where Brahm is. All of you watch as Brahm, with glowing sword in hand, steps through the door and then drops out of sight. Brahm, you fall onto an ice slide
Oh goddamn!
and slide 30 feet into a pile at the bottom of a chute. You turn to look up, and it's not dangerously steep, but you do feel it would be at least difficult to reascend. Definitely not impossible, but somewhat difficult.
Rip.
Mirth sticks his head over and goes, "Ha!" and then turns.
Brum gets up with some indignity and shakes himself off like a bear or a dog.
You hear in your head, Brum, hey, are you alright?
I'm fine.
Okay, be careful.
He's fallen from bigger places.
He has, sadly.
Mirth hooks his leg over the edge and slides down after Brahm.
Absolutely. You have full control of your token. Go ahead and slide yourself down next to Brahm.
Okay. Whee!
Is there room for another down there?
There is, he says, and steps out of the way.
Okay, that's a slide safety. You don't want to hit anybody.
Slide safely.
Keep your
slide
arms over
underneath.
your chest.
I
legs
was a
together.
lifeguard, okay? It's important.
Slide straight underneath Brum's legs. Okay.
And then I know that Janie, with you watching it instead of being able to get to it at the same time, do you want to stick to anyone in particular and just have you follow along with them, or?
Yeah, I'll just follow along.
Okay. All of you slide down this 30-foot slide of ice and find yourself in a room that is semi-natural and semi-carved. What is most notable is at the edge of the lights, there is what appears to be the remains of a boat, a wooden ship of some kind, really only big enough for maybe eight to 10 people, broken in two pieces in the middle of the room. Walking back and forth next to it, there is what appears to be a man looking around lost.
Oh. There's just a. What's he look like?
You said he appears to be a man. Now.
So just at the edge of your lantern light, there is a figure about 5'7" or so, walking back and forth in front of this boat from one end to the other. Since it's at the edge of the light, you can just see them kind of looking up and looking down, looking around. They don't appear to acknowledge the group of you at all.
Are they in the dark, just mutzing about?
Without light, they were definitely in the dark, yes.
And they don't seem to have noticed us, even after all that clanking and thundering we just did?
Correct. They don't look your way at all.
Oh, he did? Mirth wants to perceive the ghostliness of this obvious ghost.
Okay.
Well, investigate. Investigation? Would that make sense?
Investigation would imply that you get closer. Perception would be that you stay far away.
Is this person armed?
They do not appear to be. At a glance, they just seem to be wearing maybe a robe of some kind.
Oh, geez, they're probably some kind of creepy cult ghost thing. I'll just perceive. I got a. It's like I've played this game so long, and I always forget where my own stuff is. Okay, that's a 20.
A 20?
30, 20. Yeah. What am I perceiving here? What's his jersey? What team?
So it appears much more similar in appearance to the clothing that was carved into the wizard at that tower that you were at. So the statue of the wizard, the robes that they had, it is reminiscent of those robes.
Wait, the wizard they were trying to do stuff with?
The Netherlese wizard. No, not the one in the suspension tube.
No,
there were
no,
statues of a
not
wizard.
that one, not that one.
No, not that one. There were statues of a wizard at the entryway.
Okay.
Yeah, the one that was
I'll do
very
his stuff down
excited
here.
to like tell us what his stuff.
Yep.
could
The
do.
one very
Yeah,
excited
the
to tell you
invention.
what his device did.
Yeah.
Is he transparent? Is he floating?
Not
he do
transparent, not floating. The other thing you notice besides the clothing matches that, you can tell from here that nose and ears are gone to frostbite, and so are the
Oh.
tips of multiple fingers.
Uh oh.
Oh, wow. I think he's dead. Like, maybe undead. But a normal person doesn't just walk around in the darkness looking at a broken boat.
Is it worth interacting, or?
I mean, is he kind of in our path, or can we try and slide past him?
So I'll go ahead and just toss a figure down here. I'm just gonna grab one. Don't be alarmed by its appearance.
Oh, okay.
Everyone screams.
Yeah, nor what it says. That will just serve as they appear to be basically walking back and forth the length of this boat.
Huh. Also, question, I know what's on the map isn't literally what you're seeing, but are those like spiderweb-like illustrations actually webs that we would see, or is that just sort of environment?
I can't figure out why there's spiderweb things all over this. I've read the adventure a couple times, and I don't know why it looks like there's spiderwebs here.
Okay, but that's not like difficult terrain that we could.
Nope, not difficult terrain.
Okay.
In general, the floors are fairly icy, but not enough to be an issue.
Okay.
Listen, the designer just found an asset that they really liked. They found an amazing pack and they wanted to include it somewhere.
It copied everywhere. Here.
Here.
Sometimes they get overzealous, okay?
It kind of feels like it. I legitimately don't know why it's here. I think, honestly, there is on the random encounter table ice spiders. That's it.
I see.
Good to know.
But it's on the random encounter table, and I hate random encounters.
Yeah, that's
so
fair.
don't worry
They're
about
like,
that.
just in case.
In case, we need to make sure there's a place for the spiders. So yeah, so that's about where they're walking.
Well, I doubt they can cause too much harm, right?
Oh, don't say that. Now it's going to be extra harmful, Astoria.
Brom is gonna use his detect divine sense on it.
You're gonna pop another divine sense. You have a limited number of those, correct?
Correct.
Okay, just checking. It comes up as undead, yeah. But in a weak sense.
All right.
Interesting. So he's mostly dead, not all dead.
He'd share this with the group, but this is their one way forward, and maybe it's friendly. Who knows?
We could just try and slip on by, but then again, nah, this guy's bad news.
Is it though?
I don't know. That white let us
The dead
alone.
walking. That's generally not good news, in my experience. Then again, I've only met a few undead, and it was since I started hanging out with all of you. Earth says, but he's smiling.
He nods.
I vote we... Oh, go ahead.
No, please.
No, please.
No, please. Do we
Please
keep doing
more. Please squared.
I was gonna say, can Hush? Does he get like a feeling from this creature, like a sense of? I don't know. Like, what does his instincts tell him, kind of thing? So a roll. that I can
Roll
do
me
for that?
roll me an insight check.
Okay. That was 16.
It does not seem to have acknowledged your existence. That's the insight that you gain. It's almost like it either doesn't know you're there or doesn't care you're there. It's hard to tell which.
I think Hush is going to walk towards the creature.
Sure. The closer you get, the more transparent it becomes.
think at the probably at the sight of the transparency.
Yep.
You'll stop.
And it is walking back and forth. So also as it gets closer to you, it gets more transparent. And by the time it's about 10 feet away, you can't see it at all.
Oh.
And then as it turns to walk the other way, it fades back into view for you.
Oh, wow, that's so cool.
And it continues its pacing back and forth, still not acknowledging you in any way, shape, or form. As you get closer, it's clear that this person is looking around. They're looking at the broken ship that they're standing next to. They seem confused, hurt, uncertain.
Takes another step forward. Hey, are you okay?
As you get closer, it gets more transparent. Every time you're within 10 feet, it might as well not be there.
Well, seeing that it's not really threatening Hush at all, I think Astoria's going to start walking up too.
Does this message work on it?
It does not. You can attempt to send a message toward it, and the feeling you get as you send message toward an entity, it doesn't feel like there's anything there. It's almost as though it's just passing through. And yeah, Astoria, the closer you get, the more transparent it becomes, until anytime you're within 10 feet, you don't see anything. You don't hear anything.
Yeah. What about the ship? Is it still there?
The ship is still there.
Okay. Does this feel like an illusion of some kind?
It pinged as undead to the divine sense.
Okay.
So no, not illusion.
Can I sort of putting two and two together, possibly looking at the ghost that's walking in the ship? Can I go towards the ship and start having a look around there?
Yeah, as you get closer, it looks it's kind of a fine vessel. At least it was at some point. It is covered in a layer of rime and is broken. The woodwork was beautiful. Highly detailed. The metalwork has corroded.
Is there any like distinguishing? I can't speak either. Like markings or words or
not in a language that you understand, but you do find runic markings.
Runic markings. Okay.
Yep. If you point them out, any of you who have seen the Netherese writing in the tower, it's the same type of writing. It's
Right.
Netherese.
Can any of you guys read this stuff?
Unfortunately, no.
No, but we have a
Oh, the
magical
professor-
professor that can. And in fact, Mirth had drawn replicas of the runes in the other place, just out of intellectual curiosity, because it's cool. We weren't able to contact him at the time, but if we have 20 minutes, we could just sit our butts down and learn, if that is of interest. But that would be, I think, 20 minutes, because he does lectures in chunks. So that's up to whether we want
And
to
he
be
doesn't.
like,
He
"Oh, yeah,
doesn't
it's a
stop
Zoom
talking.
class in
Yeah.
the middle of this dungeon."
Yeah, class outside.
Oh God, we could do that, or we could not. It's up
I think
to you
Hush is
all.
also going to just sort of look around the room looking for an exit. And I think it's at that point he sort of touches the earring that he has on his ear.
And are you going to cast the spell that goes with it, or just touch it?
I think he's thinking about it, looking at the sort of all the areas all the directions, and he whispers a word to himself.
The rest of you can hear Hush begin to cast a spell. You've been around magic enough to know what spells sound like. And after a moment, the spell finishes, and there are a trail of motes of light that extend from Hush. They go past the ship, over a wall to the south. and extend into the darkness. And Hush, you also, and this is the first time you have felt this in a very long time, there is a warmth in your ear. A feeling almost as though someone is rubbing the back of your ear, which lets you know that what you're looking for is within 1,000 feet.
I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it.
What is it?
Huh?
Knew what?
What is it? You're touching your ear a lot. Is it
Oh.
cold?
It's I have a little itch just at the back here. Yeah.
Everyone very clearly saw a spell be cast and lights extend from Hush.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, a little itch.
The
Like
cheekiest
cell
grin.
infestation.
This biggest grin on his face, just scratching the back of his yeah. Oh.
It's probably at this point, and this draws attention to it. Hush has 2 earrings, or do you have 3? Did you decide if you had 2 or 3?
I have 2 earrings.
You have 2. 2 earrings, one in each ear, and they do not match. They're of a similar style, but they are not the same earring.
I
like your earrings, says Mirth,
Oh.
with all 800 of his normal earrings. He's like looking a little envious. You want to do a trade? I kind of like the blue one.
Oh,
Whatever the color of the unused one is.
I mean, maybe. I kind of can't.
What does it do? And actually, I think he creeps across the ice over to you, getting over his discomfort of the ghost in full interest of whatever shiny ass magic thing is in your ear. I'm gonna move him over. Where the heck did you go? Oh, there you are. Yeah, he sneaks on over, completely unable. It's like a cat with a laser, just like, well, just gonna slip on over here and see what's happening.
Well, sorry, I can't trade this one with you because I need it to get home.
Interesting. Did you teleport here? Is that how you got all the way up here but didn't know anything about what was happening with the Frostmaiden?
No,
Where did you come from?
I mean, I've been on the road for... Should I be telling you this? Should I be telling you this?
It seems like a great time as the ghost drifts by.
Yeah, the ghost drifts by, and as it gets closer, it disappears. And then when it walks away, it reappears.
Feel free to tell Mirth fucking no, by the way. Like, I'm playing him in character, but absolutely feel free to set a boundary with Mirth, because he's a goof.
It's less boundaries. It's more. Is this the right time to be telling you? Now Hush knows what he knows. You know, it's should we now? Should Hush start moving a little bit faster then, because he is close by.
Boiling with curiosity out of character, as well as in character, but it's up to you.
Meanwhile, Brom is dumb as a box of rocks, and he's poking down the boat, like wondering what all this writing means.
Did you say he touched the boat?
He does touch the boat. He's looking at it.
It falls apart under your hand with a crash.
Oh, shit.
The material is ancient and as thin as paper, and the corroded metal and wood just at that bump, the thin layer of rime and ice holding it together breaks, and there is, as Mirth is trying to goad Hush into saying something, the moment is punctuated by a
Fool of a took.
Still see the path.
The path is now gone.
Okay.
That's unfortunate. What's the ghost doing?
Anytime you're within 10 feet, it disappears. Otherwise, it's doing the exact same thing that it's been doing.
Doesn't care that its boat's gone.
It does not acknowledge that the boat is gone or has been destroyed further in any way. What does acknowledge the loud crash, however,
No.
comes out of the hallway up this way, and another comes out of the hallway down this way.
Uh-oh.
No.
As 4 skulls wreathed in green flame
Not flame skulls.
hover out of those exits.
Uh-oh.
And
Oh,
it
boy.
would probably be wise to roll initiative.
Being attacked by the dog. No. No.
Let's do this.
Let's do this.
No dog.
Whoops.
Oh, I didn't select my token.
Yep, if you don't select your token, it won't give
Okay,
your
I
spot in
can.
the order.
I'll roll again if it's worse. It's whatever.
Oh no, I'll just change it to whatever you
okay.
rolled the first time.
Oh, it was a 16.
I got a 6.
No. Oh my god! Look at that 26 initiative. You have plus 10.
What?
How?
The bard
crap.
asks
Gosh,
the
what the hell?
rogue how people are good at fighting.
Yeah.
So that
Wild.
is. Oh, and then I need Astoria's. So unlike every other map we've done, this one does not have the grid activated because I doubled the size of this map. So to move, you can either measure yourself or each square is 10 feet instead of 5.
Okay.
So that is the scale of what we're looking at. I think that is everyone. I put everyone in the wrong order. Oh, Dane. Okay, there we go. Hush, you are first as these flaming skulls move forward into this room.
As soon as Hush is aware of danger, you almost see Hush change persona. Where he was very jovial and sort of happy-go-lucky, a little bit smiley, you see his he has like a cloth mask that goes just straight over his nose. He ducks down and dashes to cover as something that's large enough for him to hide behind if he can see something.
Any of the boats here in the ground are going to provide cover. There's basically a wreck of a boat after Brahm touched it and it fell apart.
Awesome. Yeah, so he'll, I think, there. Would that be it? That'd be okay?
Yep. Sounds good. 20 feet.
Yeah. We'll move there. Whoop. And use his, obviously, his bonus action to hide.
All right. Go ahead and roll your stealth that we'll hold on to for this time around. Anything else?
Well, so that was my movement. And yeah, I've got an advantage on stealth checks with my hood up. So hood's up now. My special hood. So that was my movement. That was my bonus action. Can I use my action to attack?
Feel free.
Okay. What you guys will see is that same glowing that appeared in his eyes happens again, but it also appears around his hands, and as quick as he can, you see just this flash of light leave his hand and hit hopefully at this thing walking towards him.
Flying towards him. It's
Flying?
just
Flying?
It appears to be a human-sized skull wreathed in green flame flying through the air.
Looks disgusting. Yeah.
You are well hidden, so go ahead and roll with advantage.
All right. Here we go. Wait, hold on. I just remembered that it's. Is it? Oh no, it's. There it is. 21.
A 21 will hit.
Oh, cool.
That's so rad.
And so yeah, that is a.
9
Yay!
psychic. And
I'm hiding, right?
You're hiding. You can put your sneak attack on there if you'd like.
Yeah.
20, a total of 29 damage.
Jesus.
Rogues, man. Imagine doing damage in D&D. Could not be any of the bards.
No, none of us. We just like strained to fight some simple shit. We were like playing loots at it and stuff, and it just.
As a
Anyway,
collective, we did 5 damage to one thing.
It was the 3 of them did 5 damage to one thing. Yes, that ran by them, and all 3 hit.
So good.
All 3 hit.
You gave it a migraine. That's what happened.
Yep.
That's incredible.
Oh boy. Anyway,
All of you
glad you're here.
watch as Hush dives into cover, and as far as all of you are concerned, absolutely disappears for a moment before popping out of cover somewhere else in this book, launching a glowing blade through the air and breaking the jaw off of the flying skull coming your way. It looks to be in terrible condition. And Brahm, it's your turn.
All right. So Brahm is gonna do his little jiggy and let's see. Is that Astoria here? Okay.
Yes.
Yep.
Is that Astoria or a flaming skull?
I can't tell.
Don't attack me.
Okay. Brahm's gonna
Hit him like a pickleball.
move over here, and then he's gonna try and play pickleball with these suckers.
All right, sounds good. Roll to hit a flying flaming skull.
Oh, flaming skulls! You were like every tattoo in the '90s. Now you're here.
And now you're here.
All right. Okay.
Do they have tribal tattoos on their craniums?
Stop! Okay. I'm gonna do this, and
Wow.
what kind of knowledge check are they?
So you're a paladin. These are undead. I have no problem with you just understanding that these are undead.
Okie dokie. So they're undead. He's gonna go ahead and divine smite them.
Nice.
And,
Perfect.
I'll go ahead and
Bye,
do-
flame skulls.
Yeah.
Bye bye.
Oh, yeah. So he's gonna divine smite them. No. Sorry, I'm reading. Sorry.
No, that's
okay.
fine. I am trying to find. There it is. There.
Hi, flame skull.
Hi.
There we go.
Flame skull.
Hello, 90s tattoo.
Yeah. So a straight up critical hit for
Bad to the bone, Rick,
10,
boys.
25. Your second swing also hits for 48. You shatter the skull with a single swing.
Nice.
There's no need to activate your smite.
Perfect.
Your two swings destroy it. It
Earth cheers.
bursts into a green ball of flame, and the pieces drop to the ground.
I
You
think
will
like
hear. Cool. That's it.
Brom kind of looks behind him. The way that he does the two swings is not like someone swinging a baseball bat, but rather he hits it with one side and then kind of like reverses and flips it over his head and swings the other way to hit it the second time. So it's almost like using a pair of scissors. It's very weird. And then he kind of pauses with the sword kind of halfway through, like in a guard position, and waits, staring at the other skull.
Perfect.
The other skull just crying.
Crying flame.
That is your sword magical?
Yes.
Okay. Just checking.
Magic sword.
Oh.
Yep. And then I know that the magical blades of Hush were magical. So There we go. Anything else, Brom?
Nothing further. He's gonna stay here and let's wait for the other flame skull to try and barbecue him or whatever.
Sure. Astoria, you're up.
All right. Yeah, Astoria is going to. I'm gonna move like 5 feet. So I'm gonna get up to like this spot right here. That seems fine. A little bit more in the middle of everything.
Sure.
With my action, I am going to go ahead and cast Bane on 2 of these at least. The other one's out of range, so the 2 closer ones. I'm gonna need some charisma saves.
Charisma saves we can do. Now, out of curiosity, that's not a charm effect. Bane isn't, so...
It's like the
Just reading
opposite of a
this,
charm.
They have. It's like an opposite of a charm. It's an anti-charm.
It's a curse.
Resistance to that, and that. These things have a lot of words on there.
They do.
Oh, okay. It does have advantage.
Ooh.
But it only rolls a 5. The other one rolls a 15.
Which still won't make it.
And then then the other one's out of range.
Yeah, because the range is only 30, so I'm like, well, okay. I measured it out.
Baned Skull
Yeah.
and Baned Skull.
And
There we go.
I think I'm just gonna stay with that on my turn.
Sounds good. Mirth.
Great. So when Hush used his ability, did we see it or was it invisible? Like,
No, you see it. You saw the glow, but as soon as it hits the skull, it looks like it just evaporates.
but the skull
into the air.
reacted.
The skull reacted.
Skull lost its jaw
Okay.
to it.
No, that's right. Yeah, its whole jaw flew off. And Mirth's jaw flies off onto the ground with awe. Okay, cool. He doesn't even look at Brom because Brom is the most reliable constant in his life ever. And he just, as the greatest compliment, as one of Brom's besties, he will just say, where Brom goes, shit gets taken care of. So he's like, yep, it's fine. And seeing that things are likely well in hand, he gets a little thought. So he steps forward over here, in fact, and he reaches into one of the billion strappy Final Fantasy design-ass holsters on his body and takes out the alien blaster that he got from the aliens.
No, you still have.
Yeah. He takes his little null ray and he thinks, this is the time.
What a time
So
to have a
he's gonna
gun.
go shooting this. What do I roll?
Okay, so what we did before was we had you roll disadvantage, and you are not proficient.
Great.
So
Sounds good.
it's only your dex modifier at disadvantage.
Okay, do it for the cool.
Oh
Yep.
my
Rule
god.
of cool. Rule of cool. My dex mod. 18, baby. I'm a nat. Wait, at disadvantage? Damn it.
Disadvantage, yes.
Shit. 15.
15 hits.
Yes!
I'm so
Okay.
scared for whenever a natural one's gonna happen. I'm so
It's gonna
scared.
be great. So to be clear, in the past when he did get, I don't know if he got a 20 or whatever, we flavored it like it ricocheted off walls. So when Mirth takes this out, he tries to flip it but nearly drops it, and he like catches because he's holding a torch in one hand. So he tries to flip it and goes whoop 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 and like catches it on his chest and is like, okay. He clearly is not proficient, like capital N-O-T proficient, but he sure wants to be. So he shoots it and apparently does hit in this case, and I actually would love to flavor it as yet another ricochet.
Absolutely.
Of the wall. And then what do I roll for damage? Sorry, thank you for walking me through this.
No, it's perfectly fine.
I don't know what I'm doing, just like him.
Gotta go read that material.
Going, going, going.
HP.
I
Oh, I'm
don't
done with
remember
this. I don't need it.
exactly, but it was a lot. So you're shooting the one that was already shot.
Yeah.
The odds of it.
Charge or something?
No, you have bullets. You just don't know how to count them nor how many are in there.
Oh, right.
You've shot it 3 times. That's. Why don't you keep track of how many times you've shot it? We'll do
Okay,
that.
I'll
So
make a
you've shot
list.
it
So
3
funny.
times. Just make a list, and every time you
This is
shoot it,
amazing.
add to
I
that.
call it null ray, even though it shoots bullets.
Yeah, you can call it whatever you would like.
That's
Okay. 3
hilarious.
bullets.
And
out of question mark.
I have all. Where is it? Sorry. I'm in the right place.
I just realized how animated I am in the
There it is.
things. I'm so sorry for anyone that's watching
No.
me lose my shit.
amazing.
Okay, I'm sorry about this.
Perfect.
3d8 plus your dex mod.
Don't mind if I do. Okay, 3d8.
Yep.
Plus dex.
Mhm.
24.
24. You shoot this jawless thing and it bursts.
Yay!
Mirth looks around to see if anyone thought he was cool.
Brom thinks he's cool.
You're not
See a
looking!
thumbs up.
Oh, sweet. Hush saw. Great. Mirth gives another thumbs up, and I think, like, the unnerving wobble of this null, right? As he just, like, it's the kind of, it's like when a kid comes out playing with a gun that they found, like, in a cupboard somewhere, and you're just like, oh, God, please, why? That's Mirth. And
I think seeing the way you're brandishing that gun, the thumbs up, and it's like, oh nope, that down again.
Let me see what you have. A knife. No.
A knife. No. A null right. No. Let's see. Can I throw my thing that far? Actually, it's kind of hard to tell. Just a sec. Let me. How do I do my measuring?
You have a measuring tape there. No snapping. 36 feet.
36 feet. Okay. Let me double check the distance for that.
Thought there were 30, but I could be misremembering.
For a throwing dagger, is that just 30 feet?
I think so. Checking.
Dang it, I'm that close and I can't. Because I already used my move action. Darn.
Nope, 2060. So it would be at disadvantage.
I'm gonna
because
do
you're
it.
beyond 20 feet. All right.
I'm gonna do it. Rule cool. Okay, so Mirth is going to. Oh, and I have an inspiration point. Okay, so Mirth is gonna reach Bandolier and he's gonna snatch out a dagger. And he's gonna try and throw it at disadvantage.
Okay.
Let's even just see if it works or not. 8, which is. I'm almost certain this. Well, yeah, 15. 20 to hit. Dirty 20.
Oh yeah, definitely hits.
Disadvantage.
With disadvantage? Okay.
With disadvantage, yeah.
That
I'm
hits.
Feeling
What?
funky fresh.
What element is it?
This makes up for the shit rolling of previous. Let's see. Let's roll. I have to roll a d6 to see which one it is.
Yep.
Find out together. That's a 3, which is on the table of fire.
Fire? Perfect. Your dagger goes flying through the air, bursts into flames halfway, and when it hits the skull, the dagger, which is now made of elemental flame, splashes into the skull and seems to not affect it.
Wow.
It's a flame skull.
It's in the name.
Fair enough.
Anything else?
No, that's it. One thing I do want to say though, since Mose is showing off, when he holds daggers, he's clearly way better at that shit. Because he used to juggle them in the circus, but he sucks at the null ray. Daggers he could like do with his teeth, but the null ray, it's like that's the boy. And then I will end my turn. Thank you. That was the coolest thing I've done in like 8 sessions. So.
The flame skull that you threw the fire dagger at flies through the air. Just a little bit closer. Let's check the speed. Yep. It will fly to here. Its mouth will open, and the 2 glowing embers in its eyes will drop down into its mouth, coalesce, and start to drift through the air toward Astoria. And as this little mote of fire gets to Astoria, it detonates. Dexterity saves from everyone as a fireball goes off in the middle of the room.
Oh my god.
No. I'll take that 21. I'll take that
21 saves.
16.
16 saves.
8.
8 fails.
Shit. Bromsies. Lord Bromington.
He's not quick at all.
12.
Dexterity save.
12 fails.
Like the rest of y'all have inspiration, by the way.
Oh, that's
Yep.
right.
Y'all
Brom,
have
you
like a D6. I did
but
not get it.
save it. You can just take all the damage.
Okay. So all of you who failed take 24 damage,
Ouchie.
and those who succeed take 12.
Oh, wait,
As
do I have?
a ball of fire, you have evasion, Yura.
I have evasion.
Oh, that's right.
As a ball of fire engulfs the entire room.
Oof. Big oof.
The second one, just out of reach of Brahm. Yep. Grab there. Oh. Will fly down to here. It will open its mouth and do the very same thing.
Uh-oh.
The embers of its eyes will drop into its mouth, drift forward straight toward Astoria.
No.
And this time, all of you cover your heads and flinch as another ball of fire fills the room.
I wonder if it has something personal against Astoria because she's like celestial or
Ooh,
something.
maybe.
It hates angels.
Oh,
So dex
save
saves.
again? Okay.
11.
11 fails.
19, I'll take that.
19 saves.
Also a 19.
19 saves.
13.
13 is exactly enough to save.
Ooh.
12 fails.
Ooh.
21 fire damage, or 10 to those who saved, as a second fireball rocks this entire room.
Rock your body.
Any parts of the broken boat, the broken ship that were here, are scattered into dust. There's only piles of half-corroded metal. And as the ship is blown away, the sides of the ship are blown away, you can see within, partially frozen in the ice, there are 4 skeletons. All 4 of which are missing their skulls. May, it's your turn.
Concentrate these when we're done destroying these.
Say what?
Oh no, I was just. Never mind. We'll get to it when they're gone. Hopefully.
Oh, that's optimism. May, you're up.
So May is looking really, really bad. So you all know she's at 14 out of 48 hit points.
Okay.
I guess she doesn't have much to try. Can she like just try to yell at them with dissonant whispers? At one of them?
May take a look. Yeah, Dissonant Whispers is just fine. That is a wisdom save. It gets an 18, which passes, because they have advantage against magic of all kinds.
Oh, rude.
So go ahead and roll your damage, but it will not run away, and it only takes half damage.
Okay. Cast. Oh wait, I have to do that separately. 66. One roll. Sorry, it's taking a second.
No worries.
It's okay. Take your time.
Let me try to do this again. Spells. Okay. Okay, 28, so that'd be 14 damage.
Goes down to 14. Were you hitting the one to the north or the one to the south? The one by Brahm or the one closer to Mirth?
Which one looks more damaged?
They're both equally fine. The one to the south is baned.
Okay.
So I guess if you were targeting the one to the south, I'd have to...
Minus
it would
a
have more of a chance.
D4.
It would be a minus D4. So so let's assume you target the one with Bane, because you'd know Bane was on it. So it actually got a 17, which I think still saves.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, yes. 14
All right.
damage.
So it takes 14 damage. Anywhere you want to move? Anything else you want to do?
There's nowhere to hide, so no.
Okay. Hush, you're up.
All right. Sort of brushing himself off from the fire that's hit him. Didn't like that. I think he's going to. He's basically gonna do like a gainer. He's gonna step forward with his left foot with his right kick up, and he's gonna fling himself in the air. And as he does, the glow happens on both hands, and he throws them out each way. The first attack will be on this one here. I can see him. Yes.
Yes, you can see him.
I can see him. That's
30 feet and 45 feet away. You've got range, don't you?
I have range, yes.
Okay. Yeah, I have no clue what the range is on your psychic daggers.
My psychic daggers have 60 feet of range.
Nice.
Okay. Perfect.
So yeah, that's the first attack.
27 hits.
And that will be 7 points of damage.
7 points. Got it.
The second one
to the other
bonus is with my bonus attack. It's less damage if it hits. 15.
15, and then I believe no, the Bane is just for saving throws and its attacks. So 15 does hit.
15 hits. Okay.
Correct.
Oh, this is within 5 feet of Brom, right?
Nope, that one's dead.
Oh, damn it. Which one? Oh, which one am I? Where is the other one actually?
All the way to the south, down here.
Ah, hello. Cool.
Which is still in range.
Still in range though. Still in range, baby. Let's get that damage going. Go on, baby. Damage me. Not me. Damage the other one.
Careful
Damage
what you
them.
wish for.
Damage them.
Bane will do it.
8. All right. It takes that blow and that loosens its jaw. It looks to be in rough shape. The flames are starting to dwindle a bit, but it still seems ready to go. Anything else, Hush?
And then it just uses his movement to get closer to, I think get closer to Brom actually. Just and
okay.
Yeah, stands close, ready to go.
Brom, it's your turn.
Brom is going to move towards the Scully, and he's going to try and hit it.
All right. Immediately move away from Hush as Hush runs up to hide behind Brom.
I'm sorry.
Puts up his hands like, what do you mean, man?
I mean, maybe he can still obscure him. Okay. So Brom is gonna wickety whack this guy, and then he's going to smite him.
17 and 15 both hit. 8 plus 15, you're not gonna have to smite. Your first attack blows the skull up.
Sweet.
It shatters and lands in a heap.
Thank you, says Brom, turning. He kind of he hits it and then goes to hit it again, and it's already fallen apart. So instead, he uses his momentum to turn around and face the other direction.
Perfect. Anything else? All right. Astoria.
How bad is this last flame skull looking?
It's just been nicked.
Okay. Well, yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and do a dissonant whispers in its way then.
Absolutely. It gets a wisdom save with advantage because of being a flame skull. A natural 20.
Oh, dang. Well, at least it's half damage. Let's cast it. Let's see what happens. Okay, so 17 and a half.
17 and a half is 9. It's still looking pretty good. Anything else, Astoria?
I think I'm just gonna leave it at that.
Okay. Mirth, you're up.
Just a sec while May is looking really rough, right? Yeah.
About 2 quarter hit points, yeah.
Okay. Mirth is going to cast, I don't have a lot of healing, but Healing Word at 3rd level on you. So let me do a little rolling. Let's see, that's 15 hit points for you.
Ooh.
He sings you a little limerick. He sings you a little toot. Actually, I think he just takes out a freaking recorder or flute and just does a little toot in your direction, and it gives you just a little healing. And I think he's going to actually seeing all this explosions, he's going to kind of, oops, he's going to draw a line. He's going to try and encourage you to kind of back off and come back into this corridor with him. Like, that he's going to use his move action and basically be like, May, come back here. You're not looking so good. Like, let's let the other ones take care of these skulls so that they don't blow us up.
Well, she has moved from it again. She will move away.
Yeah, okay.
All right.
And
All good,
that's
Mirth?
my turn. Yep.
All right. The flame
no,
skull.
Wait, I can
Go
throw
ahead.
my. No, wait, no, I moved. Never mind.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Okay. The flame skull, the wreath of flame around its head begins to brighten and coalesce and become this perfect sphere of fire that then starts to roll forward. This ball of flame takes shape, which I will do thusly.
Uh-oh.
And it begins to roll. And it is going to roll. So May is the closest it can see. It will roll the flame sphere directly into her. I need a dexterity save from May.
No.
Okay, I got a 16.
16 will save, so you only take 1 fire damage.
Nice. Yeah.
So you take 1 fire damage as this ball of flame rolls into you, and it sits there smoldering in the spot where it is.
Is it my turn?
Not yet. And then the flame skull is going to disappear around the corner. May, it's your turn.
Oh my
How
god.
dare it?
So it disappeared around the corner and they left the fireball there.
Yep.
That was rude.
Very rude.
Is it blocking?
It did the equivalent of farting and walking away. How dare it?
You can walk away, no problem. It's hot enough you don't want to stay here at the end of your turn. You feel like you want to move away from it.
I want to move away from it. And how far will I be from the well, I guess it's around the corner, so I can't see it.
Yep, it's around a doubled corner, so no one can see it.
Okay, then I'm just walking away from the flame.
Okay. I put you up by Mirth, walked away from the flame. And then anything else?
No.
Someone could dispel magic on it if they wanted to.
That's what I was thinking.
Oh.
I
Bam!
was like, how dare?
How dare dispel that far?
I don't
Get the Febreze.
Okay.
She will. I think she'll suggest that too because she is pretty sure that these things are like not easy to kill.
Sure. Hush. Your turn.
2 questions.
Uh-huh.
How high is the ceiling?
30 feet.
How big is the ball of fire?
5 feet sphere.
Dope. Hush is going to take a run, and then I think he's going to get to about here, and he's going to throw the shimmering blade thing in the air, and hopefully this works. I've done this before.
Okay.
This will be fun. This will be fun.
Yep.
Hold on.
I know what's going on. I like it.
This will be fun. Where are you? Where are my things? Right. Okay. So,
Where are you?
Where are you? Throws a yes. You see, as he runs forward, he throws a blade out and then immediately appears here, where the blade sort of lands by the wall. I think that's 50. I think that was 50 feet. Was that 50 feet ish?
Cool.
Seems like 50 feet ish. Yep. Yeah, you wouldn't be able to
Yeah.
go around the corner. So yeah, you lob this blade through the air, and before it hits the wall, you teleport, appear next to it, and catch it in midair.
Land on the ground,
That's
and
sick.
I sort of have back against the wall and peering around to see if there's see where that thing went.
You should have sight, which means you can't see it.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna hold my action to throw my my blade if it appears again, and call and said it's gone. But yeah, that's my turn.
All right, Brom.
Brom is going to. Okay, so the spear chan is gone. Okay, how far is this? All right. So he's gonna move here.
Okay.
And then he's going to. Is it a move action to get something out of your bag?
Nope, just part of your action. I do it for free.
He's gonna take out some holy water from his bag.
Yep.
And he's gonna pour it on one of these corpses.
Okay. So as soon as you start pouring holy water on the corpses, the remnants of the skulls behind you on the other side of the room start to smoke and hiss and go inert.
And Brom is going to start praying as he does so. I'm assuming he can only do this like one per round or something like that.
Nope, I'm fine. It's for all intents and purposes. No, you're perfectly fine.
Okay. Then he will consecrate all of the corpses and pray over them.
One of them, as you pour the holy water on it, as soon as it touches the bones, the water boils away instead of affecting it. The other 3 are cleansed.
Makes a soft huffing sound.
Anything else, Brom?
No.
Astoria, you're up.
Yeah, I was thinking about this. I was just like, do I really want to dispel it? And I kind of do, because we don't know where the skull is going to try to move this thing. I don't want to take more chances with that. So I'm just going to go ahead and cast Spell Magic, which is a 3rd level spell.
Yep. So this is a 2nd level spell, which means it immediately disperses. So the sphere winks out of existence.
Woohoo! Yeah, I think I'm just gonna stay here.
Perfect. Mirth, your turn.
Yeah. Well, this is ass, Mirth declares. He is not pleased with everything that has happened, and I think he stomps. Okay, so let's see. These guys are good, and one of them disappeared up here, right?
Correct.
He'll stomp around the corner a little bit, but before he does that, he calls to Hush and says, "Because Hush, you said that it went up around the corner, right?" And then you.
I can't see it.
Yeah, but you approach that direction.
Yeah.
Okay. Hush, did you get it? Says Mirth.
It's like a spider in the bathroom.
I think he putters. Yeah, it's like a spider in the bathroom, 100%. And I think he putters your direction a little bit. And did you say that you were on the ceiling, or did you just tell it?
Yeah,
kind of...
I threw it. It's sort of in the air so I could catch it and land on the ground.
Cool.
But yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, hands are up. It's like, I don't know, but you hear everything in your head. By the way, Hush, to his name, doesn't say a word. It's all in your head. It's like, I haven't got a foggiest. I got here as quickly as I could. He's doing all the actions. He's looking around. It's like, there's nothing
you
here.
are so quick, Mirth says, and I think he kind of I think he just fully comes upon you and then does the Scooby-Doo crouch, and I think he's going to ready an action if a skull pops out and attacks either of them. Is that okay of a trigger, or do I need to pick one?
Nope, that's fine.
Okay, he's going to ready an action to attack should a skull peek out.
With your laser with your null blaster?
No,
Okay.
We will not be using that in close quarters with a new ally.
You rest the barrel of a barely usable laser rifle on Hush's shoulder.
Trust me.
Hush
no.
is perfectly still.
Oh
Hold,
God, see,
hold
no, that
this.
would be
The end only gets a little hot.
It'll singe your whiskers. No, Mirth is not. He's not that dumb.
Check it.
He. What would he be using? I think he'll just use crossbow. I guess he'll take
Sure.
out like the amount. I just want to say the amount of shit that Mirth is juggling is comedic. I've just been
Yep.
trying to picture how everybody is moving in this fight. And I'm like, Mirth, put your purse down. Like, let this shit. Anyway, but yeah, he'll hold action. Oh, if it emerges from its hidey hole.
All right. So there is a flare of light from around the corner that Mirth and Hush see.
Oh, great.
Yeah, it would move across your sight lines this way. And it looks like, actually, I think it only crosses Hush's sight line. Mirth, I would let you have a crossbow shot, but it's going to have like 3/4 cover because of the double walls you're shooting past.
Oh, yeah. Probably too difficult.
And then,
But I'm still gonna do it.
go ahead. And and then Hush, you also had a trigger to attack it, correct?
Yep.
Yep. So you can throw a dagger, and both of you, as the flame skull goes by, you can see there appears to be 2 of them, almost like an after image. So you're at disadvantage.
Ah, damn it.
We're both at disadvantage.
Yep. So it's disadvantage. It's going to have +2 to its AC against Hush, and +6 again, or +4. Sorry, +4 against Mirth.
14.
I rolled a 16.
16. So as the dagger goes flying, let me double check real quick because the dagger triggers it first. Yep. As soon as the dagger gets close, the flames around the skull illume again, and your dagger would hit, but ricochets off some unknown energy.
Damn it.
Which also makes the crossbow bolt miss as well. They seem to freeze just before getting there.
Huh.
Damn it.
You're both, Mirth, you're magical enough to know that this thing has definitely enacted a couple magical defenses that its brethren did not activate in time.
Oh, I see. Mirth mutters, little shit has some kind of force field.
May, you're up. Oh, and then it keeps moving. Sorry.
I think May is just going to try to move further away from the flame ball and just kind of pull her cloak around her. And just
Sounds
Oh, poor May.
sounds good. Now the flame ball got dissipated, but yeah, you can head over to the side and pull your
Still
cloak
fair.
around tight.
yeah.
Hush, go ahead.
Trying to track down this bull baby. Yeah, trying to get if I get line of sight. Flap flap.
Okay. As soon as you turn the corner, it is blurred, and there is this scintillating shield around it. But go ahead and make your attacks at disadvantage.
I will still do it because I'm trying to do the disadvantage thing. How do you do? Ah, there it is. Here we go. Flap flap. Flap flap. Flap flap flap. Oh, 15.
Is that with disadvantage?
That's with disadvantage.
That is not enough. The energy shield around it catches the blade.
Okay. My other one, nope, that was supposed to be with disadvantage. I rolled
So
a 15 and a-
21.
21, yeah.
The 21 is enough to make it through the shield, and it does connect.
Woo!
Yeah.
Let's do that. It's the other one though, so it's only 7 points this time.
7 points.
Cartwheel!
Some of its flames do dissipate a little bit. And it has to make a constitution save.
Oh.
Which it fails. Cool.
Oh.
Unbelievable. All right. Anything else, Hush?
It says you after 2 fireball.
I sort of moved through
It
2
would've been
daggers,
4.
saw one hit, cartwheeled back, and gave a thumbs up to Murph, like, got him. Well, nearly. That way.
Brom, you're up.
Mirth is really impressed.
So I don't think Brom can move. No. No. Yeah.
Oh, Jared, can you hold up your mic?
Yeah, I'm murmuring to myself, but essentially he can. Can they double move in this game? I don't remember.
Yep, you can run.
All right, he's gonna run so that he can catch up with these guys.
Cool.
So that's all he can do. He can move to here,
There you go.
and
A-
okay.
The rattling sound of Brom coming up from behind Mirth is heard, and you turn to see Brom and all of his armored might sprinting your way. Clink, clink,
Oh,
clink,
thank
clink,
God.
clink, 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 clink.
Mirth is used to this, and he will hug the wall.
Get out of the way.
Get the hell out of the way! Yay!
Hush, you hear the ominous clanging behind you. Clang, 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 clang.
I think you could just step over Hush. It's fine.
I think like the worst part is it kind of sounds like pots and pans.
Oh my god.
Astoria, you're up.
I love that a whole lot. Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna move up by like a little bit, but like I feel like 3 of my team members probably got this by this point. But I am gonna use a bonus action to send a healing word May's way. I'm gonna do it at 2nd level. So that sounds like a good idea. So 8 healing.
Yay!
Anything else, Astoria?
No, that's gonna be it.
All right, Mirth.
Mirth, I think Mirth sort of. Let's see. So that thing used thinking aloud. It activated some force field thing around itself, which I wonder if that's something that could be dispelled. But also, is it worth it? Because Brom's about to kick its ass. Here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna Mirth is. I don't know how much one can hold an action for. Can I hold an action to? If I wanted to shadow Brom as he goes out there, and then hold an action to attack it if it attacks Brom, is that too many steps? Dane?
According to Raw, it would be, but I'm not worried about it because, as you said, if Brom connects, this thing is going to blow up. So
yeah, okay. In that case, basically all Mirth is gonna do is sort of putter along in Brom's footsteps with his crossbow kind of to the side, like, you know, I back up, and then, you know, if it narratively makes sense, let me know, and he'll try and shoot it. But
sure.
Okay, I had my turn.
All right. The flame skull is going to. It's no longer blurry. The scintillating shield around it drops. It turns around the corner, triggering you taking a shot at it, as it's definitely about to take a shot at the 2 of you.
Oh, great. Let's see if I can hit it.
No more disadvantage or anything else, just a straight crossbow attack.
My luck had to run out eventually. I got an 11.
11 misses.
Doink.
And the glow returns to this flame skull's eyes. It increases in intensity, and a beam shoots out toward Brom first. 15 to hit is not going to hit. And a second one out of its other eye is going to go flying toward Mirth, who's closest, and is going to crit Mirth.
No. Wait.
For-
Wait. Can Brom cover him as a reaction? Doesn't Brom have Sentinel?
You tell me.
Can I cutting words?
Yes.
It?
Yes, cutting words that, and also Brom's gonna try and Sentinel him.
You can cutting words. It's 19 fire damage coming at you.
Okay.
Sentinel, you just get in the way, don't you?
Yeah, I do. I take the damage.
All right, so that is 19 fire damage
Wait.
toward, and then
Cutting
you
words.
reduce it.
And then
Yes.
I reduce it by 6.
So 13 fire damage to Brahm.
Oh, Braum.
As
Does
Braum
Braum
jumps
jump
in the way.
He did. He was just
What a
like,
good
"Hey,
paladin.
don't take that
You're
damage."
such a good boy.
He tried. So, damage again?
And then the skull will do all that it can to fly up in the air close to the ceiling
How dare?
and start going this way over the top of you all.
No.
May.
I'm just staying in my spot.
Okay, sounds
The
good.
hunkering down. Yeah.
Hush, there is a skull about 30 feet above you.
30 feet above me.
Yep, flying close to the ceiling.
Something tells me that dimensions don't work the same for you as they do for the rest of us.
Nope.
Something tells me that you operate on multiple vertices.
I am going to. Oh, what's it called? It's called something. It's use my bonus action to, yeah. Basically, yeah. I'm like using my left hand. I'm like pointing at it, following its trajectory, so I can give myself advantage on this next attack.
Sorry. All right, go ahead. It's raining really hard here, so I'm muted in case it's coming through.
And that's a 19.
19 will hit.
Nice.
Let's do this! Oh, that was a terrible roll.
Let's still do it though.
Let's still do it, but also let's do more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, so steady aim does give you the yeah, that is enough. You toss one dagger and it spins. Spins the skull off its course and it runs into an ice stalagmite on the ceiling, or stalactite on the ceiling, and shatters, raining down little flaming bits of bone on Brahm and Mirth.
Gross.
Sorry.
Tom just kind of like brushes all the like singy bits out of his hair.
Amazing.
Incredible.
Sorry about that. You got another. There's a little bit. Just up. Yeah.
Just in my locks.
Yeah. Yeah, you got it. Okay.
That's a tooth. Ew.
Brahm is able to consecrate that fourth corpse now that the skull is dead and gone.
Yay.
And it begins to grow quiet again in this room. You do notice that as you moved away from where that ghost is, their ghostly image is, it does come back anytime you're far away from it. Pacing back and forth. The whole time, every time you're more than 10 feet away from it, it's just pacing, looking around.
The battle
but
just flying through it.
there is a moment of quiet, and then somewhere deep within the caves, you just hear a echoing across the walls.
Oh, that's right.
Great.
Is there
Cool.
Anything anyone want to say or do before we wrap for this evening?
No.
From a big hug.
Aw, so nice. Well, Brahm's gonna pat Hush on the back for being such a brave boy.
Yes.
You push him about 5
Very good
feet.
job.
Well, yeah. Just, like thanks. Yeah.
You did great.
I'm handy. I'm handy in a fight.
You
Yeah.
really are.
So I know Hush looks nothing like Elijah Woods, but I just finished watching the I finished watching the extended editions of Lord of the Rings, all 3 movies in a row, like a week ago. So all I can think of is like every time Hush tries to look innocent, he does like the giant Elijah Wood eyes.
Yeah.
Those eyes could do
You know, like, those
anything.
eyes are like just gigantic. And it's like
Those
Gandalf.
eyes are too powerful.
I think
Oh,
yeah. If
and-
you imagine Elijah Wood, but looking almost exactly like Miles Brown, the actor from Blackish.
oh,
Yeah, that's him basically. Yeah, just
Oh.
There you go.
oh, he's so cute.
Oh, I can picture that.
yeah.
Before I forget, amongst the wreckage of that ship, Brahm, as you are finishing consecrating these bodies, there is one piece of metal still intact. It's about a 200-pound iron safe.
Whoa.
And it does have a combination lock on it with symbols around the dial. So we'll take care of that before we wrap, just so that I don't forget about loot.
Does Hush want to try and open it? Brom isn't gonna. The thing that Brom's gonna do is try to crack it open physically.
I'll try. I can take a stab at it. Yeah.
All right. Go ahead and make a dexterity check.
Dexterity check.
It takes a bit of fiddling. And as your...
Oops, I didn't mean to do a save, but yeah. It'll be +5 instead of that, so it'll be 9 + 5 is 13.
Yeah, so it'd be 13 instead. You start fiddling with it, and do you read? Well, you don't read Netherese, so you really aren't sure what the symbols mean. You spin it a bit, you listen to it, and you can't seem to get it open.
Sorry, guys. This is nothing I've seen before. Look at it. It's all weird and glowy and stuff.
Yeah, more of this early stuff happening here. All right, Brom, have at it.
All right, Brom's gonna try and open this thing with force.
Go ahead and give me a strength check.
Wait. Merce says, holding up his hand again right before the blade begins to
Blade's
come
in
down,
midair.
with the easy confidence of someone who believes Brom is capable of stopping like 100-pound blade or whatever. I'm gonna do detect magic on the little guy again, just one more time.
On the
lock, or on the chest.
Oh yeah, detect magic's an area.
Yeah.
There is ancient residual magic on the remains of the ship.
Oh.
And that's it.
Yeah, what about the loot though?
So because it is an iron safe, let me double check what blocks detect magic. I think it only takes a little bit of metal to block detect magic.
Oh.
Yeah, it depends on the kind of metal, I think, too. Like, it's a whole thing.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, like there are
That's
like very specific rules on it, which is like, I don't know.
1 foot of stone, 1 inch of common metal, a thin sheet of lead, or 3 feet of wood or dirt. So
Damn.
you detect nothing within, but you wouldn't expect to.
Yeah, but even the lock itself is just a mundane combination lock.
It's a mundane combination lock, yes.
Okay, Mirth gets out of the way of Brom then. Locks can be broken.
All right.
Whack.
I'm gonna strength check it.
Sure. I don't think you have a crowbar or anything, do you?
Let's see. What does he have? He's gonna use one of his javelins.
Okay. So be it.
All right,
Go ahead
Brom.
and roll a strength check. 20. God, yeah. So that is exactly enough
Brom
to...
just like hulks out and like...
The javelin starts to bend, and it looks like it's just about at the point of breaking, but you found just the perfect leverage point, laying your shoulder into it, and there's this ringing metallic sound as you pop the lock on a safe.
Nice.
Call over Astoria and May to enjoy the looting experience if they wish, comparatively.
There are 4 amethysts in there, and a small ring.
Ooh.
And then the rest of the contents of the safe, as soon as the safe opens and air touches it, the papers within go brittle and fall apart into nothingness.
Oh, I see.
Not sure if there would be really a way to prevent that.
Yeah.
What's that ghost doing now?
Anytime it's within 10 feet, it disappears. Otherwise, it
I
is
thought it'd
walking
do
back
something
and
else.
forth, looking around.
It's staring right at you.
Now
Start messing with it.
Now that the safe is open, Mirth, the ring that you're looking at bursts into light.
With detect magic?
Yep, with detect magic.
Just after we were talking about Lord of the Rings. Imagine.
Keep it simple. Keep it safe. That's not the words.
No,
That's
you
not the
almost got
words.
it. I kind of like that version better. Keep it secret, keep it safe, but keep it
Keep it
simple, keep
secret.
it safe also is frankly
Secret.
wiser. It's a wiser adage.
Uh,
So what kind of...
It looks like this.
Ooh.
Ring of the Ram?
Oh. Oh, I know what this does.
Oh, these are useful.
Very cool.
Yeah.
So,
Merce will hold up the ring and describe to the best of his ability what he thinks it might do.
whoever has it will know what to do if they attune to it in an hour.
Mm-hmm.
All right, who wants to have ramming fist?
Sounds dangerous.
I don't need it. I have too many shit in my purse already. So somebody else can take it. I have too much shit on me. Too many gadgets. This could be something Astoria or
Sure.
Mike could use.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Astoria, do you want it?
Yeah, Astoria, you can have another physical attack.
Sounds good.
I like the idea of you just punching like you have a stand from a distance. I'm not really sure how this works, but yeah.
So as the quiet settles after the safe has been cracked open, the loot has been retrieved, the creatures slain, the gentle cackling in the distance hovers ominously in the air of this ice cave. You look around, you know that the glowing trail led to the south. There's another exit to the southwest. And as you wonder what could come in this dark and foreboding area, a sense of hope for the first time in a long time begins to burn within Hush, and a sense of uncertainty settles in everyone else's mind. And that is where we will stop for the evening. So thank you, everyone, for joining us this evening. I had an absolute blast. It was a
so fun.
wonderfully interesting week. It's not over for me yet, so this was a great escape for the night. We are going to take just a moment. We're already after midnight. We'll take no more than 5 minutes, 10 minutes to, if there's anything, that any comments, questions, concerns, conundrums, or qualms, we always take a moment to discuss any of those. And if there are none, then we'll do our outros. So any thoughts before we do outros for the evening?
All right, sounds great.
Loved it.
What a
Super fun.
tricksy little flame skull that was.
Yeah, that was,
Yeah.
gosh, those are
Naughty.
brutal.
I chaired you with a ghost. This just freezing solid, and it was just a flavor thing that's part of this module. And
We were so into it.
everyone just kind of stopped. What do we do?
What
I
do we do?
Oh wait. Okay, here we go. So I had to decide, and ultimately I did decide. I thought it was better that it do nothing and continue to just be part of what happens in these caves. So we'll see what else the caves do.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, in the last place that we went to, like, we were immediately accosted by a giant robot guy that, like, was very angry that we were there. And then there's the undead guy that was guarding the mage and stuff. So, like, I feel like we had right to be like, okay, wait, let's talk about this.
And that's the funny thing is, as a DM, finding the times when you are trying to get the players to be careful of stuff with the times when it, like, doesn't matter if they are or not. Which is funny when, Brahm walks straight through the door down an ice chute. So it's just...
I think that's what it is as well.
He's just, like, very stupid, I think. Like, he's not the most impulsive character that I play, but I don't think he has a lot of brain power, unfortunately.
We love him like that.
Brahm's great.
Not a lot going on in there.
Why don't we go around the circle? We will do our outros. Just say who you are, where we can find you next. If there's anything else you want to share, now's the time to do it. We'll go in the order we usually do. So heck, hit us up.
All right. Hey, everybody. It's me, Sir Heckalot. Tonight I played Astoria, the ASMR lore bard. You can find me on all the social medias at Sir Hecla, including Twitch, Itch, Instagram. I'm all over the place. Just find me. It's the best place to figure out where I'm going to be in the TTRPG space next, because I'm kind of just, I don't know, I wander a lot. I'm just around. At least for next week, I have a pretty busy week. You can catch me right back here on Monday with Oathsworn, Odyssey of the Dragon Lords. And this is maybe word on the street. There might be something a little special about the beginning of next episode, so you might want to tune in. I'm not gonna say too much more, but you might want to tune in. It might be fun. On Tuesday, you can find me over on ESP TTRPG with the premiere stream of the Old Margrave. It is going to be a Into the Woods style D&D 5e campaign. Very excited for it. We're all playing himbos and thembos and bimbos, and it's going to be great. On the 6th, you can catch me over on Dat Magic Juice's channel with All Hail the Queen, our Tyranny of Dragons campaign. And lastly, on the 8th, we will be back with Ghostbusters, the really real Ghostbusters over on Indoor Adventures, because we've had a little bit of a hiatus recently. So, yeah, that's me. Let's keep on keeping on.
Absolutely. Over to Al.
Hey, my name's Al, and I really had fun.
And to T.
Hello, I'm T, and I have had like 4 cups of coffee, but I'm so tired right now. There's a kitty.
Kitty.
A good kitty.
What am I gonna say? Oh, I got a bunch of like comic projects right now, and hopefully we'll have some updates soon. What I'm hoping, or things to upload. So I will let people know when that exists. Otherwise, I am on Twitter as Dr. T. Houston, or I'm on Tumblr as Jeremy. And I hope everyone has a good night. And you can always find me on Neon Lights and harass me if you want to. I usually do outfit voting, but I forgot. So I just put on something. So now I just exist. But next time I will have some outfit voting.
Perfect. Janie has stepped away, so up to Squiggles.
Hi, I'm Squiggles, and I also had a good time. My Twitter handle and all my handles is Squiggles. You'll next see me here in 2 weeks doing the same thing that I probably did this week, which was just be insane.
Awesome.
For 6 hours or so. And yeah, hopefully at some point I'll be streaming, which will be really, really cool. But yeah, until then, follow my friends. I'm a big fan of my friend Reghed Raven, and also Live Love Louie on Twitch. So yeah, follow them and see what they do. They're great. Okay.
Yeah.
Fantastic. And I have been, and will continue to be the last hit point hero. You will find me on Oathsworn with Heck, where I also don't know what the mystery is, so that's funny. And other than that, I am around and about. You can find me in Discord more than anything else. I think that is it for us tonight. We will see you in 2 weeks as we return to this Frostmaiden laden cavern. And until we see you, there is one rule. Remember, good.
Good.
See ya.